All right, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. Hey everyone, hope you guys are all having a good evening here today. Bitcoin is doing a little bit better than yesterday, of course. And today comes the big day where we're going to have to see if we are going to be able to hold on to that 20-day moving average. So tonight's stream is probably going to be 2 to 3 hours long. I'm not going to go much more than that. I am pretty tired after last night. You guys know I stopped streaming around like 3 o'clock in the morning. I basically went to bed like around 5 or 6, so I didn't really get much sleep last night. So I think I am going to take tomorrow off from streaming, and maybe Sunday off from streaming as well. If we do have something of a larger move, I'll go live for a little bit of time, but I'm going to try to sleep in as much as possible tomorrow because I'm thinking of going to Seattle. And then maybe if I've had a few drinks and I'm up to streaming, maybe I'll stream a little later tonight, but don't bet on me coming back tomorrow. It's been a long freaking week with Bitcoin doing its stuff. So let's go over here very fast. Let's go over to the charts. Happy to see you, The Works, Robert. Happy to see all of you guys here. Paula G, Villas, right here. Striker, Zeus, Protect Me, Island Time. Oh, hey, Island Time. Crypto Ricky, as always here. Gabrielle and Laura Scratcher. There we go. All right, so kind of a continuation of what we were talking about yesterday. And I still think this is going to be one of those important days where we have to hold on to the 20-day moving average, just like I said a few minutes ago. I was hoping that maybe we might have something of a more robust support level coming up here pretty soon. But basically, if I were to get rid of all the moving averages, except for the 20 here, right, go over here to something like the 1 hour chart, closer and closer and closer, we really don't want to break down below this, okay? Typically, if you look at the 1 hour chart, when we do come into contact with it, there's going to be a little bit more volatility. Sometimes it's on the upside. Sometimes, of course, it's on the downside here. But typically, when we're around this level, we see some really big power punches when it comes to the price action of Bitcoin. Right now, unfortunately, we're above it. So that would suggest that if we do come into contact with it, it'd be a very bad day. That means we might come back down here to maybe $62,000, $64,000, and so forth here. For now, though, we're still managing to hold. We really haven't had something of a larger breakout just yet. Although when you go over here and you start looking at some of these other moving averages, is this the one? Or is that the one? Yeah, there you go. Down there? Yeah, perfect. We do see a little bit of a death crossing coming. So as we kind of wait and see how today goes out, I'm anticipating a little bit more of a dip right here. Maybe we come back down towards 68,000, maybe the high 67s. From there, we're going to try to make a higher low here and then just bounce off, breakout, and then try to have a robust move. So if you guys are hoping for whales to come in here and kind of save the day, all you're really looking for is for them to do a dip and rip and push us back up here towards 73,000. Forget about the all-time highs and stuff for right now. We just want to get back into consolidation mode, and then from that consolidation mode, we can start thinking about going higher and higher and higher. Typically, when we see these death crosses, they aren't the best, but in a bull market, they're not as impactful, I would say. Even if I was to go all the way back in time a little bit here, double click. Oh, double click isn't working. Oh, there it is. Okay. When we go all the way back in time, this might take a couple seconds. There you go. Whenever we're in a bull market and things are going very well for us, these death crosses don't always do too much. They kind of maybe a small dip or so forth here, a small dip, but ultimately we keep on going higher and higher and higher. Eventually, when we do get to all-time highs and stuff like that, it will be an issue. But even over here, before we hit 60,000 and so forth, the death crosses, a little bit of volatility. You knew something bad was going to happen, but typically we found a way back up. And we came up over and over and over again until we kind of topped out over here. Same type of thing, I'm assuming at this point in time. If we do have that death cross, it's not going to be the most pleasant experience. However, honestly, it's just going to be another buying opportunity for a lot of people out there that have been missing out on some of the dips that we've seen probably over the past 36 hours or so. So that's what I'm waiting for at this point. But that death cross looks like it's going to happen no matter what. So I am waiting to see if we are going to be able to break above it, or if we're going to be forced back down here towards $67,000, $68,000 to try to make this higher low. Then, of course, have some type of breakout that might move us a little bit higher. Okay, let's move this back over here. There you go. One thing here as well, I was looking at the oscillators yesterday, and yesterday when we were crashing back down, the oscillator for the MACD did go into red territory. I'll show you that there. There you go. Well, we ended up closing back in the green because we did have a nice little bounce that closed us back around 69,500. Today, so far, we are closing, we are well down below it, but there's still an opportunity for us to actually have a good day here. So that bearish move is postponed temporarily. Everything else, though, is starting to get a little bit more bearish, a little bit more bullish here. Perhaps in about 8 to 12 hours, we might even see Bitcoin again try to make a larger move. That would go back into these old types of scenarios where, boom, it looks very ugly, but somehow we end up going back up. That's what could happen. For me right now, I bought a lot of the dips last night. I still have powder, I still have extra cash on hand, but I really am going to wait to see if we do take another move down over the next few days as we go into the weekend. Because if we do start breaking down below this 20-day moving average, I want to have enough cash to buy if Bitcoin does go back down towards 62,000, 60,000, and so forth, right? I know a couple of you were pretty adamant that we weren't going to break down last night, and then when we did, it was kind of a shocker because a lot of people had their stop losses hit around here. But so far since then, it's been a pretty nice gradual return. We did have a little bit of a pop back over here to like 70,700, but we just got slammed all the way back down, unfortunately, which is kind of a bummer here. So the shorts still aren't giving up on this at this point in time. So I'm still going to be holding a little bit of cash on hand just in case we take another dip. I want to be able to buy some of those altcoins at this point in time. One of the key things that was a little bit of annoyance, but I think right now it's okay. We'll again have to wait a little bit longer for today. Ethereum was breaking down below the 20-day moving average yesterday. It might break down below it today. So today it's going to be a crucial, excuse me, it is going to be a crucial day, guys. So just please be aware of what your trades are doing. If you guys bought for day trades yesterday, make sure you guys are able to take some profit off the table if you guys want to, or just make sure you guys have those stop losses in place. As far as everything else, there are things like Solana just going up, and that's perfectly fine. Let me go over here very fast. Solana is going higher and higher. If you guys want to day trade this sucker, you guys are free to do so. There hasn't been many day trades available for you guys. There was one right here. Also just pointing in a good direction. And then maybe one on the 15-minute chart here. All I saw was a change of character right here that might have led to it going higher. But everything else, basically, go back to the daily chart. AD looks like it wants to break down here. Dogecoin wants to break down here. Again, they haven't broken down yet, but they're basically at these levels of support. So there's two ways to approach a lot of this stuff happening. You can either try to buy at these levels of support. You can see if we're going to drop back down a little bit more and try to buy it back down there. That's what I'm doing. And then, of course, if you guys are looking for another opportunity to buy in, but you guys don't want to buy before a larger move is made, you guys may just be waiting for a breakout on the 1-hour chart, and that might not be a bad thing as well. Because, again, even though Bitcoin's been kind of consolidating, going down a little bit over the past few days, there's still plenty of altcoins going up. Even some of these metaverse tokens that we've been talking about, Lady and something, they've been coming down a little bit. I've been buying more of those. Baby Doge buying more of those, Miro buying more of this, Whiff buying more of this, and of course some of the AI tokens I've had some luck buying there as well. But I'm hoping that again they will have a little bit more of a dip and I'll be able to buy there. One last thing here, guys. There you go. The dollar index did still stay up high from yesterday. It still did move higher, so wasn't the best sign overall. But since the market is going to be closed, going into the weekend here, we don't have to worry about the dollar index, at least for the short term here. All right. Now, why is it like this? Settings. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. And the last thing here is, overall, I think most cryptocurrencies are actually in a good place for the last 7 days. In the last 7 days, Bitcoin is up 1%, Ethereum is down 5%, BNB is up 26% in the last 7 days, Solana is up 28%, XRP is up 2%, so not really much is happening with XRP. It's pretty much going sideways here. You got ADA down 1%, Dogecoin is down 4%, 5%, AVAX is up 32%, and Shiba Inu is down 18%. So we kind of have a mixed range of things going on. I am still going to be buying some of these tokens that are coming down a little bit more, like a Tau or maybe an Optimism, stuff like that. I'm still looking to buy into those ones at this point. Okay, 15-minute chart. We know what we're looking for. We just don't want to break down and come back down here. We're looking for an opportunity to actually have a golden cross and start traveling back above $71,000 at this point in time. Do you think we're going to break $70,000? Yeah, I mean, we've already broken it twice in the last few hours, right? Yeah, we've already broke it twice in the last few hours, so I would anticipate we can do it again. If it dips further, I'm selling my Rolex to buy more. I mean, there's a lot of people trying to buy all these dips. So far, about 75% of my limit orders struck last night when the market was crashing. I wasn't able to buy everything I wanted to because maybe I was a little bit too greedy. But I think overall, the market gave us a lot of opportunities last night. My thesis is right now is I do think Bitcoin should have a little bit more of a dump, or at least a retest of these lows over here. And I think it's going to try to test and break down below the 20-day moving average. If we test that out, whether we hold it or not, we can always bounce off it, so forth. While we're down here, if we get down here, I'll be very happy to try to load up on more altcoins specifically, and of course a little bit of Bitcoin, a little bit of Ethereum. But first, we have to wait and see if that move is actually going to happen. At this point, we've kind of found a little bit of support right around here, close to like 67,800 or so. And then from here, we've tried to have a few bounces so far. One that was pretty robust all the way back up here to like 70,600. Got slapped back down. This one not slapped back down, but we've definitely been getting kicked around a little bit here. So the bears aren't out of the woodwork yet, but they're they're cooling off a little bit here. There we are. We've been getting crushed. Yeah, but I mean, it's just opportunities to buy at this point here. I don't know what's going on with Book of Meme at this point in time. What's it here? AVAX is up 32%. How's AVAX doing? Oh yeah, you're talking about the recovery here. That's what you're talking about. I was like, I thought I might see. Yep, around 22-23%. Yeah, it's been pretty nice. It hit an order block as normal, and it got rejected off of the order block. But still, you could almost see a shoulder. I see it's like a kind of weird head and shoulders here, like a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. But now we have 3 shoulders, which makes it kind of weird, to say the least here. But if we do have a breakout going back above this level of resistance, which is what, $59.28, we're a few bucks away from that now, you could definitely see AVAX going a lot higher here if I push it up to the daily chart. Go back in time. Look at that. All right. From there, we start going up towards $70, and then up from $70, we end up going to like 103. So we're in a pretty good spot right now as far as a lot of these tokens are concerned. And even right now, you could almost see this as something of a cup and handle. Now, it pretty much made the handle right here last night, and then it kind of blew up. So the cup and handle is kind of finished as far as the handle part. Now it's going to try to make a breakout here, especially if Bitcoin can make that move. This was probably a good, how much of a retracement was this? 15% retracement? Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. So that was a good play. There you go. What's bouncing off today so far, though? Jupiter's up 36%. C is up 28%. Python Network is 23%. Conflux is up 17%. Phantom is up 14%. So we got some good moves here so far today. Basically because of how bad everything was down since yesterday. But even things like Solana that have been good over the past week, they're still moving up too. So I think some of the altcoins are seeing this as an opportunity that for Bitcoin dominance to waver a little bit here, and for altcoins to try to make the next move. Let's go back down a little bit more. I had a gator right here. There we go. On the top 200 page, we got Radium is up quite a bit. It's up 22%. SSV is up 15%, and Jito is up 15%. And a lot of stuff up 5% in the last 24 hours as we've rebounded quite a bit, as you guys might imagine. I'm just hoping I'm right, and I want to be able to buy a little bit lower here in the next few hours. Might take a while though. I might even be sleeping by the time it actually happens. I bought 400K worth of Shiba at, do I still have hope? 43.45. $43.45. Let's see. You bought it at a level of resistance, so it definitely got knocked back down from there. Typically, if you're going to be buying around that time, you're going to be holding for a period of months. So you got to be a little bit more careful. Right now, as far as Sheep's technicals, everything does look pretty bearish here. Both the RSI, the stochastic, and the MACD are all looking pretty bearish here. Your hope is that Bitcoin's going to be able to come in here and have a reversal pretty quickly, and that'll give Sheep the opportunity to bounce and then try to go higher. Because if once Sheep starts to break out from this level of resistance, then we start going up to all-time highs. So if you were to buy towards that top of the peak right here, then you're looking at about 119% profit. At this point, though, be careful because this might take a little bit more time for you to make some money off of it. So far, you can see it's hitting this next level of support. We bounced off of it just for a little bit here, and now we're consolidating, hopefully to come back up here and get you closer to that buy-in price. Loki. Okay. He's making some grunting noises. I want to make sure he was okay. But yeah, so that's one thing I'd be concerned about right now, is just the fact that it might end up coming back down. But if Bitcoin's able to make a move back up, it should be able to do so as well. The 4-hour chart's giving you a little bit of hope here as far as moving back up, but you can see the death cross coming over here. And what's the last death cross that happened? I didn't really do much here, so you might actually be in a good space. Last few over here haven't done too much. Downward moves were not terrifying. A little bit there, a little bit there. This one was pretty bad, but I think overall you're in okay shape. It's going to be hard though, because you bought at such a high price. You bought in the FOMO territory. Typically when you look at something like a Shiba Inu, you want to buy on the breakouts. Like this was a breakout here. Well, let me go to the daily chart. Right, this is the type of breakout you're looking to buy. You're never going to assume that it's going to go up this high, but once it starts to go sky high, you don't want to buy into that, because that's very, very, very risky. Very, very risky. There we are, right to 15. And might as well add this trend line over here just so we can see where the bottom of Bitcoin is. There we are. LOC held pretty nicely while everything was dropping. Whales buying it up, ready for the DeFi and layer 2 pump. I don't know if it was whales necessarily buying it, but usually if something's able to hold up pretty well during a lot of downward pressure, it could either mean that people are buying it up like you were saying, or it could be something on the fact that, hey, the technicals don't justify it having a larger drop at that point in time. And that happens more than you think. Like we had a few tokens actually yesterday were holding up pretty well. There we go. What do I think about taking a little profit from Solana? I think it's a fair thing to do here. I think it's a fair thing to do. I mean, it's okay to scale out. There's a lot of people scaling out right now, especially if you were able to buy in a while ago. You're very, very happy with your position at this point in time. Let's see. There we go. And hey, Kilo, happy good evening, my man. Hope you're doing very, very well. Loki says hi. He's laying down, scratching his face, but I appreciate it a lot. I will have to get Loki some more snacks here. He has snacks in the in my car, but I lost my keys somewhere, so I don't have access to my my trunk. So I really have no idea where it's at. I went to the store today, and my grandmother drove me because she wanted to come along, and I ended up buying a few shirts and stuff like that for Vegas. But Loki got some Loki got a can of dog food, which he likes a lot. He doesn't usually get white dog food, but I sometimes add it as a topper. Absolutely loves it. Loki. Up. Oh, look at you, good boy. So he's in a good mood. I think he smelled my yep. I think he smelled my grandmother's dog on me. Oh, it's here. Hey, Gambit. No, I'm not going out tonight. I think I might be going out tomorrow. I'm probably not going to stream tomorrow. Even tonight, the stream is going to be a lot shorter. I'm slowly burning out here, so I need to have a refreshing couple days here just to get my bearings back again. Having that stream that lasted like, what, 6-7 hours yesterday, that took a lot out of me. And I was thinking maybe I wanted to go out today. I was like, maybe. But then I realized I'm too tired to go out. You know, like I'm actually too tired to go out and enjoy myself. I can sit down here and have a nice conversation with you guys, but as far as like taking the trip up to Seattle or to downtown Tacoma, you know, going to the bar, talking with the bartender, getting a drink, looking at a menu, enjoying the ambiance or whatever, it just felt like a lot of stuff I had to do, and I didn't really want to do it. So I'll probably go out tomorrow, but I need to get a good day's worth of rest here because, like I said, I know I ended the stream kind of around 3 o'clock in the morning last night. I didn't go to bed until like the sunrise was happening, kind of around 6:30. And then boom, you know, I woke up maybe like 3 hours later. So I've only had like 3 hours of sleep, since, you know, last night. So yeah. But I think it was because I was also drinking a bunch of coffee last night to try to stay awake. RNDR, Right now, as far as what most cryptocurrencies are doing, besides a rare few, most altcoins and cryptocurrencies are probably looking to retest some of these lows over here as far as this 20-day moving average. Like right now, if you guys go over here to the 4-hour chart, it feels like we want to go up a little bit more and then try to do a dip. And then this is going to be the crucial point right here. Do we continue to fall down, or do we manage to hold and then go up a little bit higher? During this process where we go down, yeah, you're probably going to see altcoins come back down a little bit more, but it shouldn't be something terrible. The only reason that altcoin should be in a very terrible pinch is if Bitcoin starts to come all the way back down here towards $65,000, or if we start to break down below that, which would of course bring us back down here towards $60,000. If you go through like really any altcoin at this point, like you're talking about RNDR, there you go. The technicals are kind of pointing to a little bit more of a downward move. Yeah. The bad thing here is the last time we had a downward move like this, you see what Bitcoin did? It just launched back up. This is why I'm being forced to dollar cost average into a lot of my positions, because I can't try to find that one spot where everything is going to be perfect to buy. Because if you were looking at this chart a while ago, you would say, okay, we're dropping down 20% in a day. Over the next few days, we should fall down a little bit more, consolidate, and then from there try to balance up and have a larger breakout. That's not happening right now because of the volatility of the market. So even yesterday, I ended up buying a little bit of RNDR, but I still have a lot of cash on the side here to buy up more because I'm hoping that will eventually go down more. But the technicals haven't necessarily been our favorite thing here. Just look at this. Bouncing right off of the 200 moving average, coming down pretty hard. Even over here, you can see the volatility. We were trying to pump, then we got annihilated, and now back to where we were before. You know, I'm just happy to kind of buy around here. So don't be surprised if it does take another move down. Again, give it some time to go sideways though, and then make that move down. It really depends on what Bitcoin's doing, but Bitcoin doesn't want to just drop right now. It looks like it wants to consolidate, test out a drop, and then from there, it'll make its decision on whether or not to go higher. There we are. I'm hoping Bitcoin can just get back above that 200 moving average on the right over here on the 50-minute chart. That'll kind of get me a little bit more excited about what could happen on the upside here in the next few days. And hey, Villas, thank you very much for Super Chat. What's good buy level to add my long-term Gala bag? Gala, you're better off just dollar cost averaging into that one. Let me see if I can find like a good level of support though. Yeah, this has already been coming down for a hot minute here. How much has it been coming down? It's on 24%. Last night I was all the way down at 33%. So right now I would just be dollar cost averaging a bit in here. I mean, you do have this 20-day moving average, which you saw as a support level last time over here, managed to bounce and go higher. Right now though, everything's about to go bearish here. Last time you broke above the 20-day moving average, everything was fine. 50 over there, fine. How's the 4-hour looking? Yeah, the 4-hour looks okay. Again, based off of how Bitcoin looks, a lot of the same stuff it's going to be applying here. It looks like it wants to go a little bit higher. Then it looks like it wants to take another dip and wants to make kind of a lower low and a lower high here. And then maybe if you want to buy around that dip over here, you could try to do that. But again, if you're going to do that, you might as well just try to buy around that 20-day moving average if you really want to get to something that's a really juicy buy-in opportunity. Typically for me, I will try to go in slightly above it. So if that 20-day moving average is around 53 cents right now, I might try to buy in anywhere from 55 to 56 cents. You know, if that makes sense. But again, if Bitcoin does start breaking down below that 20-day moving average today, you should know that there's a good chance that this continues to break down and it comes all the way back down here towards like 45 cents, 40 cents. Not going to be pleasant, but at least it'll give you more opportunities to buy. But the easiest way right now is just a dollar cost average, because it is dropping down quite a bit here. Who knows how much longer it's going to be at these levels for a lot of these altcoins, actually. And hey, Ken, happy to see my man. And hey, Paula, if the fundamentals of RNDR or render are good, then render are good for the long haul. Usually that's the way I look at it. I mean, but again, you know, it's going to go through the market cycle. So if Bitcoin starts to go down, it'll go down. So, you know, while it may be good for the long term, if you're looking to have it in a specifically like a longer term portfolio where you just don't even pay attention to it, you don't touch it, that might be the best thing. And you also have some in a cycle portfolio we're kind of buying right now, holding for the next few months. You know, who knows how much longer this is really going to last. It could last, what, maybe 5 or 6 more months, maybe sometime between September and next January. We can kind of top out there, depending on, you know, how crazy this market really gets. But you're going to be holding over there for most of your AI portfolio. Hey, I like Pepe quite a bit. It's been going up quite a lot here, but I've only been dollar cost averaging it so far. I haven't been necessarily doing as much trading on it. Let's see. And hey, Mr. Tanker, happy to see you back, my man. How are we doing? Well. Hey, John Wick, happy to see you as well. Not much. I went clothes shopping today. I bought this shirt. It's pretty darn nice though. I pretty much bought a few outfits for Las Vegas. I bought 4 shirts, 3 pairs of pants. Bought some chinos, some white pants. 3 pairs of pants. No, 2 pairs of pants. 1 pair of shorts. 4 shirts. And some socks. Freaking cost like $700, but they're nice clothes, so I'm excited about it. Pepe was okay, but be careful, it could come down hard like Doge on SNL. Oh yeah, I'd expect Pepe to come crashing down after the cycle. It's gonna come crashing down like everything else. Gonna have a massive downward move. It's not gonna even be worth holding during the bear market, that's for sure. But you know, whenever you get a meme token, you might as well play with it while you can. I'm gonna start doing some longer term trades on BYDFi on meme tokens here. I don't know how many meme tokens I have. Cause didn't I buy some the other day? BYDFi. Let's go over here to my bonus wallet. Yeah, so I did a 5x trade on Milady. It was only a $20 buy-in, but it's a 5x trade. It's currently down 30%, and I'm only down about $1. Did I add this right here? Margin ratio of $4. I don't think I did the right thing actually here. I put a $5 trade and not a $20 trade. Let's see. It's gonna let me go. Okay, I'll refresh the page because I don't want to deal with it. There you go. Because I didn't want to buy some more of these meme tokens here, so because I messed up on this one here. Okay, lady. Okay, so what do I cost? 20. Is my num lock on? Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, there you go. There we go. Okay. All right, there we go. Cross 5x. Let's go a little bit more long here. And there we go. Okay. Now I think I have, yeah. No, that says equity $43. Okay, that should be fine. Okay. We'll see. We'll be adding more in here. What are some of those other tokens? I don't think this one has Miro, though. No, it doesn't have Miro, but we have Pepe, right? 1,000 Pepe. We can add quite a bit more in here. Now, honestly, this isn't my favorite time to buy Pepe, but I think we'll be fine. Available. Let's just go with the $30. No, $20 at 5x leverage. Oh, it keeps changing it. There you go. There you go. A little bit of a trade right there. Equity 99. 5. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now, any more of these meme tokens, though? Popular. Near Shiba. I want to stay away from Shiba and Dogecoin, though. feels like I don't have as much coins as I used to on here. I'm not entirely sure why. There you go. Now I have access to them. Okay, that was kind of weird right there. I guess we can just buy some meme here as well. Let's see, $20. Two. Oh, it keeps on resetting on me. Okay, that's fine. Go with the 10x leverage here. Confirm. Okay, I gotta put in here. This is glitching out on me. Let's see. There we are. Okay. Well, I got a few. I'll add more to these as I need to. But since they're 5x leverage, I'm gonna give them a little bit more breathing room here. And probably try to find a little bit more meme tokens to buy into. But again, I want to see if we can drop down a little bit more. I'll be more optimistic about buying around those levels. Look at Boom. Boom perpetual contract, Bybit. There's not much I can tell you right now besides the fact that it's going up quite a bit. But it looks like it just opened up today on Bybit, so let me see if I can find another exchange for you. HTX? No, there's not much I can tell you. I mean, it's moving up, which is nice, but I would only be dollar cost averaging this. I wouldn't try to actually go hard into it right now. I see Bonk, Polynex, Book of Meme. No, that's yeah, it's two new on exchanges, so I really have no idea what it's been doing. But if it's something that's new and it's just hopping onto these exchanges like a Polynex or a HTX or a Bybit, you know, typically, oh, here it is. Yeah, even here it's pretty new though. Typically, I would just start buying into this as, you know, and put a little bit of money in there. I don't know what the market cap is on Boom though. That's really the thing here to pay attention to. Boom. Book of Meme, it's it's already $842 million market. That's pretty high. So it can definitely go higher, but I'm not going to necessarily be jumping for joy to put money into an $842 million market cap play here. It'll still do very well, it looks like, but I don't know, maybe a couple $100 or something like that. It says it's up 422% in one day. I don't know if I want to be chasing that type of move. Yeah, it was all the way down here at 0.004, moving up higher and higher. You could probably try to day trade it if you want to, but for me, I already missed the boat. You would have had to wake up really early in the morning, buy, and then just hold on with some leverage. I wonder if BYDFi has some. Boom. Nope. Yeah. Careful with it because you know the volatility is going to be a little bit more intense. Like for instance, this drop from here to here was about 35%. You know, if you have leverage, you might get liquidated out, but besides that, looks like it's going to be fun to trade for a while. Yeah. Just wish I was able to see it in the morning time. Hey everyone, can you sell Bitcoin right now? If that was part of your plan, you can definitely sell Bitcoin, but I have no idea what your trading plan was. Let's see. And again, but oh yeah, you're fine. You know, take some profit as you need to, but some people are just going to hold that for a while and see where it goes. Like once you make back your initial investment and then some, you can usually sell that off and just see what happens with the rest of it, and you can be perfectly happy with the results because, you know, no matter what, you're going to be walking with money. And worst, you know, let's say Bitcoin drops over the next few hours, something like that, and then you see something more of the lines of Boom, you know, Book of Memes going down. Honestly, you know, you might as well just hold through all that crap and just wait to see what happens afterwards. Especially if it comes down quite a bit, like 30, 40, 50%, you'd probably want to be buying back into something like that. Again, very volatile. It's just not getting on exchanges right now. It should do a little bit better, but I wish it was at a lower market cap. Because it's up 432%, it probably was at that lower market cap this morning. Now it's definitely jumping up higher and higher and higher. I'm not going to chase it, but if you got in before a penny, you're in much better shape than I would be if I got in after after a penny there. There you go. And actually, yeah, I've been hearing people in the comments over here talking about it a little bit. I think because it got on Crow and it got onto a few more exchanges, it's now getting that initial boost there to get more popular. But again, That's what you guys have to do. You guys have to find these things before they go parabolic, which is kind of hard. Like memes, right? And then from here you go to the market caps. You know, Baby Dogecoin, Cocky New, Mog, Miro, MAGA Trump, Pepe Fork, Bone Shibu Milady, right? Smog, I think it was one of them we were looking at before, or Mog, I don't know. Mog is up here. Yeah, Mog, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. Grok, this is one that's been talked about quite a bit. But I don't know what Grok is at. Is the Grok on here? Nope. I want to try to find some of those meme tokens that are a little bit more difficult to find, but I doubt many of them are on BYDeFi. They're usually not the first to have them on there. Any turbo in here? No turbo. Oops. Now we're getting down to the low millions, like, you know, Volt Inu. Oh, now this one hasn't been doing good at all, though. Wall Street memes. A lot of these names are not the best here for me to get excited about. No. The Trump one seems to be doing fine so far, but I don't even think they have the Trump one. Trump, no. Anything else here? Mog. Do they have Mog? Nope, no Mog. Last one I might try is Cock Inu, I guess. Nope. So I only get a few. I'll buy into meme, Pepe, and Lady quite a bit here. I have quite a bit of money into that. What's the other one too? Not Milady. What's the other one? There is Miro token. Oh, and starting Sunday, I'll start to be doing more videos about meme tokens and stuff, and just talking about them. Should be kind of fun to see how the response comes from those types of videos. That's in Jupiter, nice move this week. So far, it's been doing really well. I had a little bit of a bad dip yesterday, but overall, if you're able to buy it, you're still in a good shape. I'd basically just be waiting for it to move up a little bit later on through the next couple weeks. Let's see, also Bonk to Soul. Made initial deposit on my spot wallet. Oh, that's probably an easy way to go about it too. I know me going with 5x leverages for these types of tokens is gonna be wild. But I've started in at very small positions, so hopefully I can add on to them without any weird liquidations happening or anything like that. Don't sleep on Elon or Beacock for memes. I already have Dogelon Mars, but I don't know if I can actually even get this other one here. Cockino, is that the one you're talking about? Beacock? I don't know the B one. I don't know what the B one is. Beacock. No, I don't see that. I don't see that one here, but I'm sure it's somewhere. You got 50,000 boom. Oh my God, you're gonna be a heavy hitter right here. Let's see it here. Well, what about JTO? Most of the time for most of these tokens here, I would expect a downward move and then they try to move higher. There you go. All right, so right now, let me see. Because there's not really many meme tokens on here that I'm looking at. Maybe I'll do something here very fast. Let me go over to Ajax. AI and big data. So, Near Protocol, way too heavy of a market cap. Render is getting to the high market cap area. Same with Tau, GRT. Fetch AI still has some good room here left. Ajax has some good room here. Anything else here? Oasis. What still has low market? RLC. I think I already have that on the Fairdesk account though, don't I? Fairdesk. RLC. Yeah. I think I already have a position in this one. Yeah, I have a small one. It's already up 6%, but it's doing okay. I need to add more into SLP. That one's already up 17%, but I'm only up a couple dollars. How much money do I have in here? Still $300. So yeah, but let's add an extra 20 into this one here. The average up a teeny bit. Let me add a little bit more to SLP. SLP has been pretty darn good over the past few cycles I've been trying to trade this thing. Now it has been dipping quite a bit, but overall it should have a larger move here eventually. So let's add $30 into this one. Anything else moving quite a bit? Big time is down 50%, or it's a 3x play, but it's still down quite a bit here. It's really the thing really dragging my account down besides Ethereum. Ethereum's really dragging my account down. Those have higher leverages, 3 and 4x leverages compared to the 2x's that we see with a lot of other stuff. Baby Doge is up, Floki is up, Pepe is up, Bonk is not up. Bonk has really slowed down over the past few months. Alright, so let's go over here. Was any news today? I have CNBC open, but I keep on accidentally clicking it, so did anything happen? The market closed down lower. Laid off techies face sense of impending doom with job cuts at the highest since the dot-com crash. Yeah, nobody's talking about these layoffs as much as they should be, especially in the mainstream media. Financial media, sure, but regular media, like, dude, those techies spend a lot of money out and about in the cities. So if they're not spending money out in the cities, there's going to be a little bit of a slowdown happening. Anything there? No, okay, nothing crazy. So we got RSS3. Is that something I can buy over here? RSS3. RSS. No, there's RSR. So no, that's not it. Sleepless AI. What's been going up here? IQ. IQ doesn't seem like a bad thing to want to be holding here based on the last few months. Oh, I can find it. So much of this stuff is so hard to find on my exchanges. Hook, no. AI tech. That's something I could see myself buying into. AI. No AI USD. AI, no. That sucks. I'm just looking for stuff that's been moving up over the past few months. ABT perhaps? That's a low market cap. I think ABT might be on Fairdesk though. ABT here is on Fairdesk. Or is it under the AB something? AB. Nope, not ABT. Oh well, I'll try to find some more later on. And hey Trev, welcome back to the Ruby Love, my man. Let me know if you have any questions. And hey Kelly, I can look at Link for you very fast. Let's go over here very quickly. There we are. Oh man, this has been messy, hasn't it? A few breakouts every now and again, but not really the best of moves. Alright, so this has had some pretty large dumps though over the past couple weeks too, a lot more than Bitcoin has. Alright, so daily. So the daily chart is pretty bearish here. The weekly chart, how's it looking? Weekly chart's getting bearish, the daily chart is bearish, and the 4-hour charts are all bearish here, with a hint of optimism as they try to balance back out here, but still more bearish. You're gonna have to wait a while, maybe even until what? Maybe until Thursday of next week if there's no really big pump. Because I'm looking for a breakout that you could buy and have a nice easy spot trade, but there's really not much going on here, right? It may actually come all the way back down here towards 1780, and then it'll try to hold this level and then try to consolidate, rip back up, consolidate, and then try to break out like that. But that breakout really doesn't look like it might happen until next Saturday or something, so it might be a little bit of time. So at that point, if it does break out anywhere over here, you're going to have your first scale out level probably somewhere around $21.82. Let's just call it $21.75 so you guys have a little more wiggle room. After that, you're pretty confident that's going to continue to go higher, and then it's going to start to play around with this next order block, which is all the way up here around $35. So you're in a good spot with it right now. You're basically looking for that next opportunity to buy the breakout, and the breakout here is definitely not going to be happening anytime soon. I mean, maybe if we were to have a larger move here in the next like 2-3 days, perhaps. But even here, this is all Sunday. This is Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock in the evening. You know, this is Tuesday. This is Wednesday. It's going to take probably about a few more days before you look for a larger move that's worth buying. Right now, it's just simply consolidating and trying to find its footing. It's either going to find its footing kind of around here, right, as we have some of these resistance levels right there, or it's more likely just going to find the footing down here around $17.83. and then you can buy down here if you want to, or you can just wait for it to consolidate and break out. That way, as soon as you buy it, pretty much always only going up. But you know, both are good opportunities. This one just requires a stop loss, probably down from that level down there. There we are. And here, I'm happy to see my man. Let's see. Yeah, I'm happy you can enjoy the stream as well. I just bought Bonk. What's going on? What do you call? Oh, basically nothing. Let's go back over here. All right. For the last few days, I know I was just talking about Bonk a few seconds ago. It really has been doing nothing. We've been going sideways, sideways, sideways. We've now come up to the 20-day moving average. So if Bitcoin doesn't find a way to break out today and start to go higher, you're going to see Bonk flush back down, probably back down towards, what, 22.95.1 levels, basically back over here from the levels we saw around March 2nd of 2024. That'd be a loss of about, you know, 20% or so. So it's on the verge of having a larger move down, but until we start to break down, I think you're okay. So the daily chart's all bearish. The 4-hour charts are definitely bearish right now. It's definitely coming to retest this level. Your big hope here is that we can just hold. And I guess for that, Bitcoin would probably just have to hold its support levels too. But Bonk is definitely kind of in a weird spot where it looks like it wants to have a little bit more of a move down here. That move is not going to be a pleasant one. You might even find some support around 23,805 before you actually end up falling all the way back down here to 19,661.5. I don't know if you're actually going to make it all the way back down here because you do have the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart here. This might be a cool moving average, a moving support level to be using. I might use this one a little bit more than just this level down here at the 19,428 level. I'd be watching that 200 moving average. But careful. It looks like it may be looking for a little bit more of a drop here. So far, most altcoins are kind of mixed, I would say. You got a few like Floki, and that which is down 5%, Mirror's down 5%, Whiff is down 4%, Lady's down 8%, and Jasmine's down 2%. You know, those ones are obviously down a little bit, but you know, most tokens look like they're up a little bit or down a little bit. They're not really necessarily down that much, but they've also been going up like crazy the past few weeks. I like Baby Bonk for a long term, but I'm not really doing much day trading on it. See, Goldfinch protocol, small market cap, small amount of tokens, circulation looks like a good pick this cycle. What are you thinking about BNB update? BNB is still doing fine at this point, man. It's just been going up like crazy over the past few weeks. I would stick to day trading it though. You want to be careful about swing trading into that one with all the volatility that's been going on with it. But overall, it's still a good day trading tool. Oh, let's see, GFI. It tried to pump up a few minutes ago or a few hours ago and it just got slammed back down, just like Bitcoin did. So, it really hasn't been able to do much this run. How big a move was this? Was it a few 100%? Yeah, 431%. Okay, sounded a little bit there, but it looks like it's just really been having issues with this larger order block. The daily chart looks like nothing was really happening for a while before we had this move over here. And even afterwards, we got slammed back down. So this is almost like you don't even want to day trade it because the volatility is going to knock you out one way or the other. You're basically just buying this and having some type of stop loss, or excuse me, some type of stop loss and then a price target here. So perhaps if you wanted to buy this right now, your stop loss might be somewhere between 139 or all the way down here at 113. Because the price is at 180, I would probably have a stop loss a little bit closer. But this thing is, you know, came back down 41% in just 2 days. I don't necessarily know if I'd want to have a stop loss down here. I might risk having a stop loss all the way at $1.14. And then from there, if this thing can continue to move month by month, then it should be able just to pop off towards $3 to $4 here. And then you could try to sell around that territory or at least scale out a little bit. But this 4-hour chart here, it just shows a whole bunch of issues with it. Not like bad issues, but like, if you're day trading, you can get screwed over so many ways here. So you're typically just buying and waiting for some type of pump to come, and that's all you're doing. You're not even trying to day trade because the day trading technicals aren't really working out. Everything's happening too fast. Change of characters don't work. Yeah, it's kind of rough here. Yeah, change of characters aren't really working too much. Right here, it just crashes back down. Yeah, so you got to be careful with this one as far as day trading. But if you just want to buy and hold for a few months, it looks like it's been going up just fine on its own. So you should be able to make some good money from it, especially if it's a good project like you were talking about. There we are. And hey, Trev, I appreciate gifting a membership, my man. I really do. Book Grab was giving it right there. Thanks, Trevor. I appreciate it. There is a way for me to give out free memberships, but I haven't been given it. I haven't been given it yet by YouTube, which is very, very annoying. Let's see. Volatility happened to me earlier today trading options. I lost like $700 over the last 2 days. I'm too poor for this. It really depends on what your strategy is. Right now, I'm doing a lot of dollar cost averaging to load up more positions or load up on more positions. So over the next few months, when it does go up, I'm going to be happy. If you're trying to swing trade this, be a little bit more cautious because of the way the market's been setting up. I know I've been telling you guys I'm a little more skittish about going swing trading here, and I'm doing a lot more day trading, especially when it comes to the altcoins. But the one thing that can help you is if you ever feel like you're losing too much money, having a stop loss can minimize your losses very, very easily, so you know exactly how much you can lose. So if you have a stop loss at this blank level or whatever it may be, you know that at the most you're going to be able to, you're only going to lose $100, you want to lose $50, and then you can always buy back in, or you could always find another way to get back into the market, right? Another token, another thing, or whatever. But by having that stop loss, it really protects you from becoming a bag holder. Yeah, no worries, Coinface. So here, are there any coins you recommend buying the dip right now? I mean, I've been buying a lot of tokens here. I just bought a few live on stream actually a few minutes ago. So meme tokens like Milady, Miro, I've been buying into those a little bit. Pepe, I've been buying into that one. AI tokens like Ajax, World Token, what's the other one over there? Fetch AI, RLC, and FA. I've been adding more to those positions. And then just adding to a few of the metaverse tokens like Sand and Mana. Hopefully a little bit of good work will happen there. And then, you know, your typical ones, like maybe a little bit to Ethereum, maybe a little bit to AVAX, a little bit to Ethereum Classic, Matic, you know, Bitcoin Cash. Some of those typical ones, not even Bitcoin Cash, I don't trade Bitcoin Cash, but you know, those ones seem to be doing okay overall. So I just kind of add a little bit more in there, a little bit more in there. And I'm looking for other opportunities with some of those lower market cap tokens. It's just hard to find those spots on my exchanges. Like right now, Follow Network, I have some of those. But I was only able to buy this with spot, and it hasn't moved up so much since I bought it, I think. How is this one? Follow Network. Oh, it's Alpha. I gotta go over here to trade, spot trading, yeah. And then I got order history. Yeah, I bought some FA here. Let me see if I can find FA. FA. I don't know how to pronounce it. There it is. So I bought it. There we go. Order history. I basically bought around $170 worth of it at 18 cents. What, 0.188, so pretty much 19 cents. It's currently up at 22 cents, which is kind of nice. But if you go over here to look at the daily chart, let me get rid of this. I didn't buy down here at 10 cents. I basically just bought right. I can find a horizontal line here. There you go. 2. I basically bought over here somewhere, and so far it's been doing pretty well on the as far as going up. I'm hoping it does even better though. But I've only invested a couple $100 into this one, so. I really wanted to keep on going up as the months go on here. KDA, this one has been going down quite a bit over the last few days. It hasn't really been doing much over the last, 90 days though. ABT is something I would try to find. ZIG is something I try to find here. ZIG. Do I have a ZIG? Because maybe they're all on the spot accounts and not on the other ones. ZIG. Nope. ZIL. No. How about Fairdisk? ZIG. Nope, ZIL. Any big movers here today? Jupyter, Key, C, Python, AMP. You know what I might do? Every day I might just add $10 or something to the top worst token. Right? Whiff is down 20% so far today. After having a really rough day. Do I ever have any whiff? I don't. Let me get some exposure in here. Let's just do $20 buy in here. Not the best place to be buying in, obviously, but could be pretty fun. Could be a little bit fun here. Hey JHF, yeah, I'm just the guy that likes to have more of a risk management on my side. It just helps me in the long term here, especially when you're trading with money that you just don't want to lose. It's always better to lose $10 or $100 over losing like a couple, like $5,000 to $10,000. And I'm the guy that's lost $5,000 to $10,000 in my past, so I don't want to lose it again. Do I buy and hold these meme coin positions for 2 to 3x positions on all? So I have different portfolios for them. Some of them are going to be spot trades. Some of them are going to be leverage trades. There's kind of a good mix of them. But basically, yeah, there are a few that I am just holding with a 5x leverage, like Milady that we just talked about, meme that we just talked about, and the other one, which is Pepe, I think. I think that was it. Yeah, and I'm going to see where these go here. Really, the big one that I want to keep on adding to is Milady token because it does have a lower market cap. I'm just trying to figure out how this one works. Your desired value. Cost. I'll go to the other one though. 20. There we go. Another $20 in here. Cross 5x. It did go up a little bit. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I just want to have a little bit more exposure into this type of stuff, and if it goes up, I'll buy more and more and more. I'm basically putting like maybe $10 or $12 in each time, because of the way this thing is set up. It's not set up the way I normally trade it with like order by value or cost. It's different than a little bit more of how I use on Fairdesk. But yeah, I think it works out pretty well. There are fees associated with it, so even BYDFi, they have their fees. Let's see, contract value. Long. Oh, give me actually the positions here. Let's see, max open, liquid price, liquidation price. I think I'm pretty far away from that one, so hopefully I don't have to worry about much happening here. Although I am prepared for them to go down, so I can buy up a little bit more here. There we are. But yeah, I'm used to having them. Hey, thanks JFH. I appreciate it quite a bit. I tapped that gambit. Oh, what's it here? Hey, Gamer, you need your lady? I'm hoping Milady does well. I'm already taking a little bit more of a risk on this BYD portfolio because... Oh, I got logged out of it, I guess. Well, I'm taking more of a chance on it because I'm doing 5x leverage plays, whereas on Fairdesk, I always put a lot more money into these types of accounts. But even here, we were up $100 a few days ago. Now we're only up $5. We've lost a lot of profit here, basically because of big time coming down quite a bit. I'm taking a YOLO on this, where I want to start buying a little bit more. And you can see I bought right here, and it definitely flushed back down. Let me buy another $25 worth at this point and see if I can lower the average down a little bit more. A little bit more. I like watching my average move down in real time. Let's see. There we go. So a little bit better average. I'll see what happens here, but if I go over to the weekly chart, you know, it's still relatively new. It came back up a little bit, consolidating. I'm hoping once the bull market really gets going again, we can start to see this go well above $1, and I'll be very happy with the progress. But this is a, what is this? This is more than my normal one. Big time. Where is it not showing up on my list right here? Big time. There it is. Yeah, it's a 3x leverage, just not a 2x leverage. So we'll see. AVAX is already at 51%. That one's fine. But you can see there's a lot more mixed activity here because we've been dipping over the past few days with altcoins. I'm still going to add more, but I don't think I'll buy any more on this particular portfolio until next Thursday. I'll just keep it as Thursdays. And if next Thursday is looking pretty good, I'll be able to buy even more of some of the tokens that I've already gotten started on. But I want to try to fine tune a little bit. And some of those tokens that typically have really good days or really bad days, I want to start adding into those ones, which is why I started to buy into WIF, because WIF is down like quite a bit today. Like what, right now WIF is down 3% on this one, but on Beardesk, you can already see how far this thing has come down. 24%, youch. There we are. Kind of a weird chart right now for Bitcoin though. Blade is giving you the opportunity to buy. It's going to explode. Well, I hope so. I have a 5x leverage on it, so I really hope it has a big day or a big cycle here. Is it more advantageous to invest a larger amount of money in fewer coins for a long-term portfolio, or is it better to invest in smaller amounts and a greater number of tokens? Typically, I invest a good chunk of my money in those coins that really typically do well every cycle. You have the Matics, you have the Ethereum Classics, you have the Bitcoins, Ethereums, and stuff like that. And then maybe I have anywhere between a fifth to a tenth of my portfolio going to more risky assets. These ones are kind of be more of the meme tokens that we've been looking at more and more. The AI tokens I've invested heavily in right now. My long-term portfolio is just covered in AI tokens. Like, you know, I may have started to buy them with you guys on in December, but I had put out a couple of YouTube videos telling you that I'm looking at all these AI tokens, I'm buying them all up. And so far, I started loading up on those things back in like last summer or something, because I made a few videos about the top AI coins, the best AI stocks and stuff like that. And so far those things are they've been good so far. But it's nice to have a mix, right? Just in case those AI tokens never took off, I know Bitcoin was going to take off and so forth, right? Typically you see people avoid Bitcoin and Ethereum, and you see them just kind of go into altcoins like maybe a Solana, Ethereum Classic, and Ajax, and NMR type stuff. You know, they can play around with it. Some people don't even try to buy Ethereum and Bitcoin during these cycles because they expect it to not make as much of a return as something else. And hey, Kilo, yeah, very, very much so. I'm out of context reading right now. I'm barely able to see the messages right now. I got my contacts in today and not my normal glasses on. Where do I see Shiba in a week? It depends on what Bitcoin's doing, man. It really depends on Bitcoin. Right now, Shiba looks like it wants to break down here, so. Because it just wasn't able to break out. Shiba's been trying to break out for how long, guys? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 days. Finally gave up on the 12th. 13th looks like we're coming down here. And it looks like it slowly wants to flush down a little bit more, so. Not my favorite play at the moment, but perhaps if it does make that move back down here towards, what, 2172 or just kind of around this level right there, I'd be more happy to buy it. But it definitely looks like it wants to come back down. If you're lucky, we should have some type of bounce, but this isn't really known for the, there you go. This isn't really known for having those horizontal breakouts. Normally likes to consolidate and then have a breakout like that. You go back in time a little bit, it never just has like a wall breakout. Not many wall breakouts. We had one over here, got crushed back down. Kind of had one over here, got crushed back down. Yeah, it's not really known for breaking those walls like other tokens are, where it has an ascending triangle, where it's like an ascending triangle is basically this. Right. You have a high, but then you also have higher lows, and then boom, you break it like that. It's not known for having those types of patterns. It's known for having lower high patterns. Right, and then it breaks out, then you buy that. So at this point, it's in pretty rough shape. So I would be careful about owning Shiba at this point, unless you guys are looking for another opportunity to buy. And it looks like it wants to have a change of character today, so that's a little bit scary for me. Because, you know, it did pump up quite a bit. It may just need a little bit extra time breathing back down. And again, it is at a major level of resistance, and it has not shown that it's able to, how would you say, you know, keep it together, you know, while Bitcoin's been going down and such. I don't know how much of this Bitcoin chart to show you, because right now it's like all a mess and such a clutter. Maybe more on this part here so we can kind of watch it consolidate a little bit more. Let's see. In the day chart on Shiba Inu, can see a flag forming. Hey Crypto Diva, Michael, are you ever shorting altcoins when they are looking like another little drop may happen here soon? No, I typically don't short altcoins too much. I typically like to short Bitcoin and Ethereum, and maybe Solana, because they allow me to have a larger leverage. Typically I only start to short meme token, AI, altcoins. So sorry. I usually only start to short altcoins once the market is flipped over and I'm pretty sure we're entering back into bear market territory, because it's a very easy way to start shorting everything. Especially if Bitcoin's coming crashing down after all-time highs and there's something that's just not catching up to it, like something that's still going up. You just want to short that as it goes up and eventually it comes crashing back down. We did that with Luna last year, then Luna just ended up, it turned out to be a good trade at the beginning, but then Luna decided to go, like, the company, everything went downhill. So basically I just kept on holding it and holding it and holding it, which is a really fun time. But typically I don't really short altcoins until the bear market hits up, because once the bear market hits up, and let's say you see Bitcoin, let's go over here. You know, once the death cross comes over here on the weekly chart, in this example it happened over here, March 21st of 2022. You look at anything out here, like maybe a link or something. Right here, there we go. Okay. You wait for a short opportunity, whether you guys are aiming for a level of resistance or you guys are waiting for this breakdown to occur. Right here. Whatever you're looking for. Once that breakdown happens, you're shorting the hell out of it. And it usually works out very, very well. I only do a couple of shorts usually. But man, I just hold on to them, a good amount of leverage, and boom, it works out very, very well. Even going over here to like no, let me see what else is there. Sand. What was the number I was just talking about? March 21st, 2022. Matic is one right here. March 21st. Right there, same thing. You start to look for your shorts, you wait for the breakdown, which happened right here. Boom, it happens. It did very, very well. Even if you go back in time a little bit more, when they have those death crosses over here, I guess it's a little bit too late on this chart, but when they have those death crosses, I tend to attack them with full force. And Bitcoin's come back down. Let me add, I think I still have that thing over here. Can I add this onto there? There we go. Let's move this over though. There we go. All right. So we can see some liquidations and stuff happening at this point in time, just like yesterday. It's been pretty fun to watch this data roll on through here. I know a couple of you guys were asking about it yesterday, but it doesn't seem like there's too much like of an attack like there was last night. Last night you saw some $10 million plus trades really trying to pile Bitcoin down. They were really trying to make a move, and I was really surprised about how forceful they were trying to be with it. All right. Right now though, again, what basically is happening are the bears are going to try to make us retest out here around the 20-day moving average. So far, we are making a new low on the daily candle. It's not like something devastating where you guys have to be freaking out about. You know, again, we're just trying to retest the 20-day moving average. I'm hoping that we're going to be able to hold. If we are, we should be okay. It might not even happen today. It may happen tomorrow. But the way I'm looking at it, you can definitely see possibly a change of character coming, right? Change of character happen on the 4-hour chart right here. If we start breaking down below this 20-day moving average and start breaking down below 65,000, you know, then of course we're coming back down again to $60,000, $62,000. That's where I think that big dip could happen, and that's why I probably would want to buy up a load of my altcoins. But right now, I'm not overly concerned. Because remember, we're still very far away from that 20-day moving average. Well, we're getting closer, but I'm hoping that we have a higher low, we bounce, and then we go higher like that. And hopefully bulls will come in there to jump us up. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. I'm rooting for the bulls to come in a little bit here, but I still have powder just in case, because you know, the daily charts are turning more bearish. Although the weekly charts are bullish, the daily charts are for sure turning more bearish here, which is a little more of a concern. There we are. See, hey Trev, when did I sell Luda? Oh, it was at like 15 cents or something. I shorted it down from like $104 to 15 cents. It was crazy. I scaled out as we went down quite a bit. Like I started scaling out around like $40 or something because I was so astonished with what was happening. But with Luna, the only reason I ended up selling it, or you know, covering the short, was because they were talking about delisting the trading pair. So I was afraid that if I held on too long, then I would be forced, the position would be closed and I wouldn't make any money off it. So I made sure to sell it before it's too late. But I did not short Luna because I thought it was going to go down to like 15 cents or something like that. I shorted it because while Bitcoin was crashing and burning throughout its bear market, Luna was going up higher and higher and reaching all-time highs. And usually if you're going to have a fight between an altcoin and Bitcoin, Bitcoin always wins, and eventually Luna started to come back down. I think it took like maybe 3 days from the time that I started shorting it for it to actually make the move. But it was well worth waiting for that type of move there. I was just surprised how it all started to come back down because you remember they had that stable coin UST. That thing started to buckle, and when it buckled, man, people were freaking out left and right. I did not understand how many people actually were using that token because I never used the UST token, never, not even once, not to this day. Still haven't used it. So I'm just very surprised that how do you say it? Yeah, I was just very surprised that all of that happened in such a short amount of time. Like, you know, steady lads deploying capital. That's still a meme that's still a meme that you guys will see being used all over X today. Actually, let's go over here to Twitter very fast while Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a dip. Actually, I have a cigar here. This is a cigar from yesterday, but I do want to smoke it here. Let's see. So, I'll light this up in a second. Bitcoin. I want to see people's thoughts on Bitcoin today. Just in, El Salvador purchases another Bitcoin, bringing its total Bitcoin to 5,690 Bitcoin, worth $397 million. Offers one Bitcoin every day until it becomes unaffordable with fiat currencies. One Bitcoin every day is a large part of their budget. I hope it's doing okay. Dude, once a Bitcoin becomes worth that much, I don't even know how many people are going to be wanting to mine that. But I guess Bitcoin should theoretically be worth tens of millions of dollars at that point, right? Bitcoin SOPRs peaking suggests the rest of March will be about consolidation around the last all-time high. Last time this happened was Q4 of 2020. The buy the dip opportunity was negative 17% and was right before the Q1 of 2017. When Bitcoin was much more volatile, it was down negative 31%. So they're talking about, what, way back over here or something? 2020. Yeah, I guess that makes a little bit more sense there. So far the consolidation's been okay though. I'm basically, well, I kind of agree with the guy. I don't know if we're going to be falling back down that much. He didn't give like a hard number, but what do you call him? I'm hoping to have a buy-in that's below the 20-day moving average here. Who else got a coin like mine? What was the coin here? Airdrop price? Airdrip? I don't know. Yeah. Definitely had a slow bit of a peak here. Yeah, up 153% in the last 5 minutes. You know that's going to be a fun token right there. The heck? These NFTs are getting crazy. You know you did something right when they put the bill in Bitcoin? Oh, geez. I bet this lady did it. I doubt they did it. What do they do? That's too much food. That's way too much food. Food is not something I typically want to spend a bunch of money on unless it's something that I really, really enjoy or rare. Anything else here? No, not many people are talking about Bitcoin right now. Yeah, it's okay. We're still in a decent spot. Nobody's freaking out. Nobody's having a bad day. Let's Damn it. I've been doing a bad job of cutting these cigars lately. There we go. There we go. What I do need though is another Gatorade. There we go. There we go. Oof, sorry about that. I'm smoking a fresh J. I treated myself to a new roach clip. Ooh, nice. Let's see. And hey, Kelly. Oh, hey, your trading view tutorial today is ADHD approved. I didn't take my medication today and I could still listen to it. No, easy feet, man. See, I'm trying to make a better one here pretty soon. And it's basically going to be giving you guys most of the same information, but it's going to be packaging it in even more of a spoon-fed manner. Basically, my fault is since I have ADHD and I don't take medication for it, when I make a tutorial video, I have to start and I have to just go right through everything. Like everything. Without much of a plan besides a few bullet points I have on my computer. So, I want to try and make a video, because if I mess up during that entire time, let's say this video was 40 minutes long, if I mess up at the 20-minute mark, I start all over. Okay, so it's stressful for me to make these videos. However, the next one, I'm going to break it up into parts. So I'm going to have an intro, a setup piece to it, then how to set up the indicators. Then I'm going to have a strategy section to it, and breaking up the strategies into different parts. And I'm going to hope that that all comes together a little bit more nicely. But I'm happy with the way the video turned out so far. I'm hoping to get some more views, but I think it's going to be hard because I haven't put out a strategy video in like maybe a couple months at this point. So it's going to take a minute for YouTube to even realize what it is. Gala's been, I mean, a lot of people have been buying up Gala, I think, over the past few months. I mean, I bought up a little bit more, but I'm basically just waiting for it to have that next move at this point. I'm really hoping it just hurries up and it starts going up here. But again, right now, I'm just waiting to see what Bitcoin does today. Because I'm like on the edge, like, But again, I've been bearish. I was bearish a few weeks ago. And sure, we had a downward move. But it wasn't something that led to a longer term type of thing. I'm feeling the same way I felt back then. But I don't want to be wrong like it was wrong back then. But I'm still going to put my foot down and say, I think we're going to be looking at a bad day. But we'll have to wait and see. I've been very much surprised about how resilient this bull market has been so far. How we don't have these larger drops like I anticipated. Hippie chicken? Ooh, that sounds pretty nice. Hey, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of cigars. What do you call it? I need to probably not smoke as many cigars. I think I'm probably going to take a little bit of a break next week. That might be kind of nice. And then because I've been smoking, I mean, I brush my teeth for like a half an hour every day with those like little the Philips Sonicare one, so it's a really good toothbrush. But I think I need to go to the dentist, and I'm just gonna have them clean my teeth out. They have like 3 cleaning methods. They have like a level 1, where it's like light cleaning, level 2, where it's like a little bit of cleaning, but they have to like give you little shots, and then they have to give you level 3 cleaning, which is like they give you shots and they're tearing out all the deep tartar and shit out of your mouth. I think I'm gonna get like a level 2 one where it's a little shots and this goes, and clean up my mouth a little bit. I try to take good oral hygiene, but I mean, smoking is not good for your oral hygiene ever. That's why I brush my teeth so much, and I even have some of that that high smile stuff where it's the purple ink that you put on your teeth. It works very, very well. I use it every time I go out on the town. And hey, Miles, anybody like the meme coin MOG? Yeah, I'm looking for a way to buy a little bit of it. I haven't found a way yet. We were just talking about it a little bit here a minute ago. Mug. Do. Where's MOG at? Oh, these are AI coins, not what you call tokens. There you go. Here's meme tokens. There you go. Yeah. Oh, it's on crypto.com. No, it's not on crypto.com. I remember I tested it out. It might be on the international crypto.com, but it's not on the crypto.com that I have over here in the United States. Boma's pumping. Oh, that's nice to see right there. That's probably up to like 1,000% at this point. Dentist, nah. Homemade sandblaster. You know, what I've been realizing here that I didn't know in the past is like I used to think that I had to go to a dentist where I would have to pay insurance and go through like the actual system to be able to see a dentist. I realized that if I'm just willing to plop down some cash, there are all these small little emergency dental places, and they just do everything you could ever imagine. When I had my wisdom tooth giving me problems, like I had a bad earache, and I was like, what the heck's going on? And then I realized that my wisdom tooth was acting up a little bit more. I had like a freaking huge abscess there, and I didn't even realize it because it didn't hurt here, it hurt all the way up here. And so I went over to the 24-hour clinic, not clinic, it's a 24-hour emergency dental place. I wish the clinics are cheaper, I think, but the lines are like months long to go to a clinic. It's absolutely insane. But I was like, hey, can I make an appointment? He's like, yeah, our next appointment is like 4 or 5 months away. And I was like, damn, okay, I'll just pay out of pocket. You know, cash isn't too much of an issue for me. But what do you call? They shot me up a lot with a lot of pain meds. Every single time I was like, I can still feel a little bit, still feel it. They were happy to keep on numbing me up. I think it was like $250, something like that, $300. And they took that sucker out, sealed me up, gave me some antibiotic medication and some pain medication. I was good to go. I was actually I couldn't talk that much during the streams, but it still worked out pretty well. There you go. Uh-oh, guys. My stream is buffering a little bit here. I'm trying to see. My stream is buffering a little bit, and I don't like this. All right. I'll be monitoring my speed because it seems to be going up and down at this point. And I don't necessarily like that. It's been happening more and more though. I don't know what's going on with my internet. It's speeding back up a little bit here. Yeah, tooth docs are okay. Just hold the reds, por favor. Everyone wants an x-ray. They always want the x-ray. They always do. And my teeth are not. They're like, hey, do you want braces? And I'm like, no, I don't care about my, I don't care what my teeth look like as far as needing to be straight and stuff like that. Because they used to say when I was a kid, if you take out your wisdom tooth, the rest of the teeth should like fit in, and over time they should make themselves look good over time. And I was like, such a lie. My teeth never moved after they removed part of my wisdom teeth. They never moved and adjusted like they said they would. You're curious about IoTex? I think it's still fine right now, but I'm just waiting for a dip on it, to be honest. And if we have a dip tomorrow or the day after, I'm looking to probably buy up a little bit more. Not go crazy with it, but buy up a little bit more for sure. Here. And hey, Nathaniel? I can't pronounce the name properly, but what do you call? We talked about Pepe a little bit ago. Basically, we're just waiting to buy up more. I've been dollar cost averaging it myself. Some people are waiting for a dip that might happen over the next few days, but for me, I'm just dollar cost averaging at a few bucks every day, and hopefully it continues to go higher. It's way off the levels of resistance, so it looks like it wants to take one more drop, but we'll see if it could actually have a rebound. Meme tokens in particular have been very, very good at having those types of rebounds here. Even that Boom one that we were just talking about with Gambit. Let me add this onto the watch list here just so we can keep track of it. Maybe Bybit, I guess, might be the best one. All right, this is moving up quite a bit. Just had another pop. Consolidation. Oh, it's getting whacked back down, though. This move right here was 17%. So there's a whole bunch of volatility going on. The poor sucker who FOMO'd right there, my God, rest in peace. Hopefully he's able to hold and he can go up a little bit more, though. Meanwhile, if you guys are just joining the stream, basically Bitcoin is just trying to stay above the 20-day moving average today. So for today's candle and tomorrow's candle, It's all about not breaking down below the 20-day moving average, because if we start to break down below this, it signals to me that we might be coming back down here towards $60,000, $62,000, which, you know, it's not terrible, but for altcoins, it's going to feel freaking tragic. And then what's going to happen here is we're going to have a death cross, and this is going to mess with my normal death cross psychology that we see a death cross after all-time highs. I'm usually selling off large chunks. I'm probably not going to sell because it's going to be, 70,000 is not going to be the all-time highs at Bitcoin for this cycle. That'd be crazy. Oh, 73,000, whatever. So I'm patiently waiting for a test of this level 2 today. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to test it and bounce, then just go high. Like last time we tested it over here, we managed to bounce. Today, though, it feels like we definitely want to test it out a little bit more. There's kind of there's a little bit more of a push and pull with the technicals right now because of the dip we had yesterday. The daily chart is definitely bearish. The 4-hour chart is showing you a little bit more optimism, but the 15-minute charts and stuff like that, they're definitely like, The weekly chart's starting to tip over here, so I'm trying to hope that we can just get this over with if we do have to make this drop. There we are. Ape. Yeah, I've been buying up Ape because I'm anticipating it to move higher. Usually Ape moves a lot if you just hold for like 2 to 3 months. It's been moving up very good at that rate. So dollar cost averaging maybe twice a week in there, and then you want to hold for maybe at least 3 to 4 months. When 3 to 4 months from now, it's going to be a lot higher than what it is now. You don't have to wait for it to go reach all-time highs and stuff, but just hit a high level. I've been locking in profits pretty well with that one. Lowski at the helm, Planet 42 course locked. Oh, I have no idea what that that means. I just lit a cigar I have stashed away. Hey, nice, Tom. I'm a big fan of cigars. I enjoy them a lot. I really, really do. I didn't bring a fancy cigar for tonight because there's nothing really to celebrate. But I do have a Palencia right here, which I do enjoy quite a bit. I have to go to the store. I have to buy a box of regular cigars that I can smoke. I've been smoking too much of those really fancy ones where I've been getting them as gifts from friends, and some of the ones I've been buying. So I gotta stop smoking all these Cubans and all these premium Fuente ones or the Padrones. They're supposed to be special occasion cigars, but I'm just smoking them every freaking day like I'm blowing through money or something. I don't want to be blowing through money. Like, since I probably started smoking cigars with you guys, I probably smoked over $1,000 of cigars just because they were higher quality ones, ranging between like $25 up to $100, right? I gotta stop doing that. I got a budget to maintain as well. Excuse me. Kilo Amigo? Oh, that's not for me. Okay. What makes me say a huge move is coming? The 68K resistance? No, we're at 69,000. We're above any resistance like that. Unless maybe looking at something with a longer time frame. For me, it's how momentum is starting to shift and going back into more bearish territory here. That's really the thing. Typically, when we're in these moves here, Bitcoin doesn't necessarily like stop like this. Once we've started to make all-time highs, typically what happens is, let me go over to the Coinbase chart. When you break these all-time highs, right, over here to over here, we just usually go straight up. And sure, maybe when we break out, here, maybe we have a little bit of a tissy fit over here where we're going down a little bit, and we have a little bit of a fit over here for a few weeks or something like that. But typically, once we break out, we're in a pretty good spot, and we'll continue to go higher and higher and higher. And you can see every now and again we have these like larger dips and so forth. But this cycle, we've been getting hit with those dips way too often, and I think that's just because we're so overextended at this point. Let me go over here to all the oscillators. There you go. There you go there. All right, go to weekly chart. Everything's kind of hot right now. Fine, fair enough, but basically, there we are. With stuff looking like it wants to tip over here over the next couple weeks, we might consolidate just a little bit more, and especially the daily chart, we can definitely consolidate a little bit more coming back down. Last time everything was red was right over here. It didn't really amount to a whole bunch, but we didn't break down below the 20. It looks like we're about to break down below the 20-day moving average here, leading us to a little bit more of a drop. Not something like a catastrophic move to like 20,000 or 30,000 like that, but something of a larger drop that you guys can be able to buy, that you guys can use to buy more cryptocurrencies with. And of course over here everything was barely bearish. We had the change of character moving down from here to here. Of course we went down like 10,000 bucks, something like that. We had one over here, not really much was happening, so it's not going to be the craziest thing, but for me it's mostly what's happening after we have a larger move and then we start to break down below the 20-day moving average here. That's what I'm concerned about, especially because again, we should be much higher by now since we broke out of above all-time highs. We should be around like 78,000, 80,000, and then from 80,000 we can have a pullback to 75,000, even $70,000 from an $80,000 pullback. But since we're pulling back from like $74,000, that means it's going to be much harder for us to necessarily hold some of these levels of support as the end of the month kind of rolls on here. So what I have here is a 20-day moving average right here. So as we get closer to it, this is going to be our big level of support like we were talking about last night. But for now, we don't need to see it on the chart because we're not necessarily too close to it. Mike, you say Padron, and I think of my favorite hot peppers. What do you go? I love a good Padron cigar. They're really, really good. It's just that there are the cheaper Padron cigars and the nicer ones. I have a taste for the nicer ones, unfortunately. They're the Padron 1926 90th anniversary Maduros and the Naturals. Ooh boy, those things are very, very, very tasty. Very, very tasty. But like 28 bucks a stick, which is incredibly stupid. Because of the age for like 10 years or something like that. I mean, they're worth it, but gosh darn it, I don't want to pay that much for it. Do I think the bear season has come early? No, nothing like that. We haven't even had the halving yet. You know, we're still going up quite a bit more. And it's like definitely a hissy fit. That's how I describe it. Definitely a hissy fit. It's right here. Somebody had a question, but I just missed it. Oh, hey Kyle. Am I an anime fan, and if so, how are you dealing with Akira Toriyama's death? I do like anime quite a bit. I don't know if his death necessarily hit me incredibly hard. Like, he brought a lot of joy to people's lives. I like him, you know, quite a bit. I've never been that much attached to celebrities, but, you know, I kind of just felt bad that he passed away. And I wonder what's going to be happening after, you know, since he's passed away here. I like the universe that he made. Oddly enough, when it comes to Dragon Ball and stuff, I like everybody in Dragon Ball except for Goku. So I really don't like Goku as a character. He's not normal. Everybody else seems to have some type of sanity. Goku's like insane. And so I typically don't like him. But, you know, hope his family's doing okay. But like, you know, the community as a whole took it really, really rough because he's been such a huge part of the community for so long. Like, I don't even think there's been anyone more, what, maybe Miyazaki? But even then, there are two different types of art that they create. So, I think for a lot of people, Miyazaki's death, whenever it occurs, is not going to be anywhere near the type of pain they felt with, you know, what we just had. So, there you go. I'm printing money shorting memes right now. So far, it's been working out. I know what's WIF has been coming down quite a bit. I know Milady is coming down a little bit today. Milady's down 9%. Miro's down 7%. Floki's down 8%. WIF is down 7%. They're definitely down quite a bit. A few are down, what? Yeah, they're down quite a bit here. Milady token's still coming down even more. I mean, you can see on the daily chart though, right? Come back down a little bit more. Look at the 4-hour chart. We have a hump. Looking to break down here, but the order block support is not until, what, 22.85.3. We still got a while to go before that is coming down. Most altcoins right now are definitely taking the same type of approach. They're just not there yet, right? They're like a few hours behind. STMX, same thing. Spell token, same thing. Shiba Inu, same thing. Sand, same thing. Pepe, same thing. No, Pepe's already a little bit further ahead. Oh, Pepe's a meme token, never mind. Mana, same thing here. Yeah, so there's definitely a little bit of pain going on. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, again, same type of thing here. But Bitcoin, again, is not moving back down as fast as a lot of other stuff. I'm hoping, whoa, what are they trying to do here? Launching some type of surprise attack. There we go. But we'll see if they're able to really push Bitcoin down or not. They're trying right now, but it doesn't seem like they really have a lot of momentum. Go over here to the 5-minute chart. No, all that drama just for that small move. But they're going to try. There we go. Goku's a weirdo? Yeah, I just don't like Goku as a character. He's very selfish. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. As a person, he's just not a good person. He's honestly just not a good person. Like, sometimes I can root for like somebody that I don't like as much. Like, think of Attack on Titan, Eren. I thought Eren was making the right decision. I approve of everything he did for his friends and everything like that. Good job. I hate how Mikasa and those guys tried to stop him. They really did not have to do any of that type of stuff. Just really, really, really stupid stuff. So at the end of Attack on Titan, I really lost interest in it. Like, the ending of Attack on Titan to me is on par with the ending of Game of Thrones. That's how bad I thought it was because of how stupid they were to try to stop him. Oh man, yeah, it was crazy. Bugs Bunny, Daffy, Duck, Elmer, Fudd. Oh, I miss Elmer Fudd. There you go. Solana's having a pump right now. That's nice to see. Solana's been moving up by itself though for a while. It's up, what, 2%? Not doing a crazy amount of stuff, but it's okay. Did you know you are the old Gambit pictured as you a youthful rebel with his hat worn sideways? Oh, talking about Gambit. Okay, not me. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Oh, it's right there. Where's Grandfather? Piccolo was way better. I like Piccolo a lot. Yeah, I like Piccolo a lot. Hey, Bill. Boss, what high risk, high reward coins are you invested in, and how many X's would you want to get out of them? So when it comes to getting out of altcoins, for me, it's not necessarily at a specific price or a specific return. It's basically once I see Bitcoin hitting all-time highs and everybody is very euphoric, I'm starting to scale out around those times. Now, a few altcoins that I'm getting into, it's a whole wide range of stuff that I'm getting into, and some of them I even have leverages on. So we're talking about as far as, altcoins, Big Time, Milady Token, Miro, Cockinu, Pepe, Sheeb, Doge, and Sheeb and Doge are a little bit, but not a lot. And then from there, I'm trying to find how to buy MOG right now, but I don't have ability to buy MOG just yet. And then afterwards, I'm getting into heavily with AI tokens. So these are Ajax. What's the other one? Fetch AI. Those have a little bit higher market caps, about in a couple billions of dollars. However, I am looking at the lower market cap ones like RLC. Render is another one, but it's a higher market cap. But RLC and PHA, those are some pretty good ones I'm looking at too. I'm hoping that they have much larger moves and that they can move quite rapidly once things start to kick off here with the next altcoin season and so forth. There we go. I definitely dropped a piece of hot coal in here one time and it burned a little bit of my microphone. I might have to get another sleeve here though, because this one is getting covered in freaking dog hair, which is annoying. But yeah, those are some of the tokens right there. I mean, I'm also in stuff like SLP, which is a lower market cap. Floki. What else? Hot, Jasmine, Kaz, Key, Lever, Link, Look, Mana, Meme, Ocean. Ocean, I've been buying a lot more of Ocean recently, so Ocean's one of those things in my long-term account. Besides that, I'm talking about just like spot, normal spot. If Fed holds the interest rate, what will happen to crypto? I don't know if we're necessarily going to have a large dip on next Wednesday because of the Fed news, because they've been saying the same thing over and over. We are data dependent. We are not going to be raising interest rates at this time. We're not going to be lowering interest rates at this time. We're just going to wait and see what happens. To me, honestly, because inflation is starting to tick up a little bit more, I think we really should probably raise an interest rate. But there is a point to be made that we are starting to see more layoffs here, and I think the layoffs are, how do I say, like, cheap immigrant labor that's been coming over the United States border. They're getting a lot of jobs because it's cheap labor. A lot of Americans, they're losing their jobs, but they're finding it much harder to actually get new jobs right now. So we're kind of in a weird spot. So cheap labor is finding work, but maybe the middle class is not able to find the work here because, again, you could pay an American $25 for a job, or you can pay maybe an immigrant maybe what, 16, 15 bucks, because some states still have the minimum wage laws. So it's kind of in a weird spot right now. But the economy feels like it's just teetering, because for average Americans, the economy is not in a good spot. If you have a lot of stocks and assets, you're in a pretty happy spot. On the other side of all this, though, inflation is making it feel like everything is bad, even though the economic data might suggest it's fine. People feel the inflation more than anything else. And Jerome Powell's job is to try to fix that inflation, and inflation is getting worse and worse and worse and worse, and we're just not happy with it at all right now. We were going over CPI data last night, and we were going over the price of jeans to the price of female clothes. Like, men's clothing has gone up like maybe 1% in the last year. Women's clothing has gone up like 6% in the last year. So women are facing even more of an inflationary burden than guys. It's crazy. And what's up right there? No. Okay, there we go. Why is Jupiter pumping while Bitcoin's going down? Oh, a few of the tokens have had a pretty rough week, or typically sometimes the momentum kind of carries on. You never know exactly what's going on there, but as long as they're moving, you can be happy enough to buy into it. Typically, I only do day trades during those times, though I do not do swing trades during these times when I see Bitcoin going down and a token going up like Solana or an AMP right now. I typically don't swing trade it. I will just do a quick, in and out trade where I'm holding for maybe 12 to 18 hours or something, and then when I'm happy with it, I may take my profits early, or if my price target hits, then I'm just happy with that. Right now, they're still trying to push Bitcoin down, though. Back down to the 20. But again, we got an order block here. We got plenty of time before we have to retest this type of stuff here. Yeah, so far not so bad. Yeah, looking okay. And hey, Tony, what up, Michael? Inflation is more like 8 to 9%, not 3. Yeah, I know. Inflation has really, really gone bad. It's just that, again, remember, I'm a tinfoil hat guy, I don't think they want to admit how bad inflation really is, because that might lead to Trump getting back into office. And if you don't like Trump, I think you can justify, trying to keep him out any way you can. It's just been a very weird cycle, the way they describe inflation. Because every time if I go to CNBC, or when you go to Fox Business or Bloomberg, most of the time they will say the economy is fine. And I'm like, what world are you guys living in? But then I remember how much all of these people make that are on the TV. They really just don't even know. They can look at stuff, they can maybe sensationalize it, but they honestly just don't know what it's like to maybe live off of like $50,000 to $75,000 per year. It's not as easy as it once was. I don't even think you can buy a house at $75,000 a year anymore. I think it's impossible. Maybe a tiny condo, but a house, I don't think you can do it anymore in most places. I have not heard anything about Scotty the AI pre-sale. That might be kind of interesting, though. See you. And hey, Steve, very much a good buying opportunity. Right now, we're just basically waiting to see what's going to happen next. Like, let me go over here to CPI data. Stop freezing. Okay. Let me make sure nothing crazy is happening. We're going down a little bit here. 8 days ago. What? See. Civilian population. Okay. So over here. First. Okay. Was this in thousands? Okay. Oh, it's hard to. It's easily adjusted. People. Okay. Oh, it's only for that information. Oh, they make it so hard to get through everything. Damn it. Let's see. Okay, we're still going down a little bit, but not. Oh, it's getting a little bit more heated though as we try to push down below that. But let me just go over here very fast. All right. Salary workers. About the same. More people are starting to. Oh no, less people are self-employed. Oh, that's interesting. Unpaid family workers is down a little bit. More part-time jobs. Could only find part-time work. So there are a lot of people that can only find part-time work. It's going up more and more. Oh, let's see. Economic reasons. Now, they split this up too much, so I can't find the information I'm looking for. No. Overtime. Is anything going down? That's the big thing here. Nope, everything's still pretty much the same. That's not terrible, actually. Let's see. Okay. Let's go back over to Bitcoin, though. I'll try to find more information later on. It's just too hard to go zooming into that type of stuff. Alright. This is the 15-minute chart, basically. You can see we're breaking down a little bit here, and we're just trying to come back down. We'll watch the 5-minute chart, though, just to get a little bit of a better idea of how the momentum is shaking out. There we go. In India, we can 70K. We can live till we die. I can't even live off of $70,000 where I live right now. It's too much. Way too much. Wait, no, not way too little. Way too little. Mostly because in you know, insurance, cars, everything like that. Like, what is like the average car payments in America right now? $738. See, full coverage car insurance costs an average $2,544 a year, plus you add on 700 times 12, so 700 times 12 plus again like 700 or something like that. Oh, what is it? 2,000. Where is let's just say 2,000. You know, like 10,000 bucks alone just to get your car and stuff. Luckily for me, I don't have car payments, but still, oof. I try to be frugal, but then I just spend my money in very stupid ways. Texas real estate is crashing? Uh-oh. There was just a new rule that was passed today, I think, as far as the types of real estate fees that can be charged. I saw something about that. Rent is $1K for a room, parking, insurance, food, cell phone taxes, almost 35%. Yeah, it's pretty big. Make it a boat trip? Ooh, that sounds nice. I would love to have a boat trip right now. So they are pushing Bitcoin a little bit down right now, guys, and it's taking altcoins with it. Okay, again, probably better to back up on the 15-minute chart here. I don't really care what happens right now. It's what happens when we start going into this 20-day moving average. That's where I start to get a little bit more concerned. we are, you know, $2,700 away from it. We're quite far away from it at this point. So we'll have to wait and see if we just have some crazy dump or not. I mean, of course, yesterday, I guess from the time we opened up, we did come down $5,000-$6,000. But let's hope we don't have to deal with that again. I'll leave it on the 15-minute chart here so we can see what's going on. No, 5-minute chart seems to be a little bit better at this point in time. There you go. Yeah, okay. They're definitely having a fun time pushing us down, though. How big are the orders? The orders aren't that big, though. I see 900 something thousand, a few hundred thousand, a few thousand, a million. Somebody came in and bought, but yeah, you're seeing a little bit of activity here, just a little bit. But now all of a sudden the altcoins are like, ugh. I think, oh, even Solana is taking a hit right now, right? So now all of a sudden Solana is dropping off. This might only be a few percent drop. What? Yeah, it's down 2% in the last like 35 minutes here, so that's not good. So AMP is still trying to go higher. Even BOEM is coming down now for Bitcoin right now. So just be careful. If Bitcoin goes down, it feels like it's trying to take a lot of stuff with it. AVEX is down 4%. What else is down quite a bit? Pepe is down 10% right now. So yeah, just be careful out there. Be careful. Now I hope I'm wrong about the move down. Don't get me wrong here, but it looks like they're trying to make a push here for the next few hours. I don't think it'll be an easy, quick drop though. It normally takes a couple hours at least, right? No, we'll come down to support. We'll bounce around a little bit, then try to break down below it. But if the 20-day moving average keeps on going up here until tomorrow, you know, it might not even happen until Saturday. We'll know in a few minutes this updates, right? Yeah, a few minutes this updates for me, I think. Well, sometime before tomorrow evening, next 24 hours, you should see it come to test this out. We'll see if we're just coming down a little bit or if we're making a higher low and trying to build back up. You know, it just seems to be a little bit more volume happening right now, so they're trying to specifically push us down just a tad bit more than we want. There we go. All right. Watch the action. Let's see. And they've been, yeah, I'm predicting we go down a little bit more here today. I'm just hoping we can find a way to bounce off the 20. If not, we're going to be coming down a lot more. And hey, JHH, I bought AMP when you told us for a way to make money on the spot a few days ago. I didn't sell the dummy, but you were correct on that short. It's not so much of... For me, it's more of buying into FOMO after something has already gone up a lot. I typically just don't do it. I typically will buy when things are very, very low as they're breaking out, and then I'm pleasantly surprised when the price starts to go parabolic. I'm just surprised by it. And so that's the best way I can tell you now. Like right now, if Bitcoin keeps on going down over the next few hours, you're already seeing tons of altcoins come down like maybe 5 to 10%. If you're able to wait for those things to break out over the next few days or even next few weeks, if it takes a few weeks for it to happen, it's going to be very good moves if you buy there and watch them go up quite a bit. But you just got to wait for those moves, or you can just dollar cost average these drops, and eventually if it pops up, it'll take away all those dollar cost averages. All of the averages will be below the whatever price ends up going to. So different opportunities there. I'm almost sold out of Bitcoin. I'm ready to buy back in, partially before 68,500. I mean, we're getting that. We're pretty close to that right now. You know, we're at what, 68,764. Definitely been taking a little bit of a hit here over the last few hours, so that's for sure. I'm really hoping to see if we can go back all the way down to $62,000 or so. To me, that'd be a juicy spot to start loading up on more altcoins here, and Bitcoin and everything, but really altcoins, because altcoins will be getting demolished here. Oh yeah, Moria makes a good point here. Yeah, we still have the halving in 34 days. I keep on forgetting that. The 34 days, 11 hours, 59 minutes, and 44 seconds. Look at that. Well, so far, what are the big losers this week? AR, BSV, Shiba. Shiba's come down a lot more than a lot of other tokens. I wonder why over this past week. Down 19%. Even XEC has been down quite a bit too. But, you know, at least over the last 30 days, it's still up quite a bit more than a lot of other tokens. It just has to breathe here. BitTorrent's still up a little bit, but it's down quite a bit last week. Ajax is down a little bit too. Oh well, that's why we're dollar cost averaging, right? Oh, we're trying to pump up a little bit more here. 15-minute chart just trying to bounce off a little bit. I guess it's been doing that for the past few minutes, hasn't it? There we go. At 100k subs, Michael's going to show some moves. I don't even know what I'm going to do for 100k subs. I was going to do that 5 cigar giveaway, or a 10 cigar giveaway. Like, you know, 5 people each get 2 cigars. One's going to be a Cuban, one's going to be a, what do you call, you know? But I'm not entirely sure just yet. What are we at? 92,905. Hopefully we'll get to 92,000 sometime tonight or tomorrow. But tomorrow I'm not even going to be streaming, but maybe some of my tutorial videos will give me some subscribers. Let's see. In a funky action, Bonk is going to be the weekend winner. I think it should be trying to bounce back right now after this. Yeah, Bitcoin's kind of killing the momentum. You can tell it was trying to break out again. It was trying to have a really good move. But Bitcoin came back down, so now all of a sudden it came down 30% in 30 minutes. Oh, man. But, you know, a percent a minute. This thing is definitely moving. It just hopped onto a bunch of exchanges. Once this dip dies down a little bit, you should see people get very excited about buying it back up. It's basically, you don't want to be using leverage because of how high the percentage could go. All you're looking for is just places to load up on more assets, and then from there, hold, and then be very happy with the profit you get. The downside to buying right now, though, instead of like way back over here, the market cap is getting close to the billions at this point. So once it starts getting up to the billions, it becomes a little bit more difficult to trade. The returns aren't as good as they were in the past. However, it's still good enough for people to come in here and try to make some money off it. There you go. You know, if Sora AI comes out by the time we get 100,000 subscribers, I will try to give it a command for it to make a video of me dancing. I don't remember the last time I danced. The last time I think I danced was at my friend's wedding like 3 years ago. And I was really, really wasted. So it was one of those really good, you know, weddings where it was a very, very luxurious wedding. Let's just say that. It was very, very nice. I'm not used to those luxurious weddings where everything is like you know, you step off the trolley, and once you arrive at the venue, you're getting a thing of champagne. You go and see an ice sculpture of the bride and groom. I'm like, oh, whoa, this is a beautiful thing right here. They're all Italian, so I just instantly turned to like, whoa, look at this, it's beautiful. They even had champagne where the one that was like regular champagne, one was champagne and there was raspberries inside of it, and I was like, oh, this is magical. Let's see. And hey, Los, cuz I didn't realize the Ethereum blockchain was the expensive as fuck to chain to be on. I wish I learned about Solana and them sooner. I think Ethereum just had an update really recently, actually. But yeah, Ethereum has been known to have really high gas fees, and people like honestly they just hate it. Ethereum is the Coinbase of altcoins, right? So people have a love-hate relationship with it. Like, if you need to swap, Ethereum is going to be there for you for most tokens. If you're able to swap with Solana, by all means, go for it. Hopefully, it's cheaper than Ethereum, right? NABG, big time. We'll see Wyckoff accumulation hold in second. Big time. Well, what do you call it? I'm holding it right now. I just bought a little bit more today, so I'm hoping it does well over the next few weeks. Will WIF keep on going up? I assume so over the next few weeks, but right now I could definitely be looking for a little bit of a drop over the next 7 to 8 days here. So We don't know exactly how far Bitcoin wants to go. Right now, all the moves we are seeing is just to test out the 20-day moving average. Once we get close to that, if we start to see, you know, the data coming down the screen right there on the right hand side of the chart, like over there, if we start to see that start to scream down, there's a bunch of stuff happening. Oh boy, you bet there's a chance we could break down below it. But hopefully it's just a wick. So we would have to close down below it on the end of the day, right? The fees are a big part of the Solana migration. I think so. I've been seeing a lot of people, you know, at the crypto events that I go to, a lot of people have been moving over to Solana because it's just cheaper. It's just cheaper. That's the plain reason. It's just cheaper. Dancing is awkward to most men unless you're drunk. Yep, very much so. That's why when I go to Vegas and I hit up those clubs for the NAB, the expo show, I'm not dancing. I'm gonna try to find a balcony, grab a few old fashions, and just relax and talk to some people. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to smoke some cigars and just like honestly just be like, ooh, peaceful. But see, I'm gonna be going there with a group of work people, so I don't know how much solo time I'm gonna have. Well, you know what? They're not paying. I mean, they're paying for my hotel and my flight, but they're not necessarily paying for my time to go down there. So I don't think there's necessarily a whole bunch I'm supposed to be doing, but I am going to go out of my way to like talk and like, you know, hype them up across a lot of other people. There's an influencer networking event, I think, happening at the NAB show in Vegas over the next few, what is it? What did I say last time? NAB connections? Yeah. Sunday. Yeah, the content creator party. So the party for all content creators attending the show. Your ticket is included as part of the PPW AI workshops, field workshops, or can you purchase separately? Well, my ticket's already being paid for. And then they got the NAB show party. So at 5:45, I have one get together where it's a content creator party. I don't know if there's going to be free drinks and stuff. I hope so. I go to Vegas to drink. I don't really drink much in my life besides when I go to Vegas. It's kind of like all my debauchery goes out there. And let's see. That can be nice and sane with everybody else. What is this? Bring your badge and hop in the expedited entry line at the Marquee nightclub at the Cosmopolitan Hotel. Enjoy a fun night filled connecting with your peers after an inspirational day at the NAB show, right? And so I get there at 10:30. I don't know. I might get there at 11. 10:30 seems kind of early for a club, doesn't it? But I guess that's where it kind of starts, right? And then again, I'll be sitting down and chilling a little bit. But this is a freaking Sunday night. I don't know what I'm going to do at the club at Sunday night. And same over here. What this is where's that party? Streaming Summit happy hour. I guess who likes to stream? I like to stream. So I'm going to be going to this happy hour at 5 p.m. on Monday. This is going to be kind of interesting. I just want to see the new technology out there and see if I can improve my streams and stuff. And then Tuesday, there's another nightclub, but this was the Omnia one. I like the Omnia one because it primarily has an outdoor balcony, which is freaking amazing. But there's no extra little happy hour things that I'd want to go to. So, you know, this one's at 10 p.m. too, so I don't know. NAB, Amplify, I don't know. I'll have to figure it out. But, you know, I've never been one to turn on a club. I'm hoping the drinks are on the house, so that's the one big thing. I don't like to pay for drinks at clubs. They're just so overpriced. I think I did it back in December, and I was paying like $25 for an old fashioned. Which isn't bad because maybe I'll have like only 3 old fashions per night. You know, I'm not drinking like 10 to 20 cocktails or something. But normally I just smoke a cigar, so I'm chilling, enjoying a view usually. But if I'm by myself, there's no way I'm getting a table. I'm not gonna plop down for fucking bottle service and pay $600 for me to sit down for a couple hours. Guys, Kulo is getting listed on exchange soon. Ooh, that's pretty exciting. And Telecoin partner with Nebraska banks. Ooh, see, there are tons of moves being made all the time here, and I'm really excited about it. I used to stream, might do it again soon. Streaming to me is pretty fun. It's kind of relaxing. I've given up on trying to be the hyper crypto bro type of guy. I thought at one time I could be it before I learned how much like shit you got to do and how your morals kind of slip away from you. Now I'm just like, you know, guys, let's chill, let's watch. I give you guys my advice when it comes to technical analysis, or not advice, but just my opinions of what's going on. And then a lot of time, you know, We just have fun buying crypto and making money. And every now and again we do day trades, like the day trade we did last night. I'm still mad I was only able to make 50% on the trade. I was really hoping to make a couple 100% there. No, I made 100% on the trade, but I wanted to make 229% on the trade. 100% on the trade was not what I was looking for. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. They're gonna make me. Let's see. It'll be nice when the crypto market is so established that Bitcoin drops, it doesn't take down everything with it. When we get to that point, we'll know tokens will have been fully accepted. I'm very much excited for that day to come. I just have no idea when it's going to arrive. Like, it's been chaotic. Like, can you imagine if we have a Bitcoin ETF and an Ethereum ETF and Bitcoin's dropping, but people are still buying into Ethereum? What does that mean? You know, does that mean Ethereum just goes on its merry old way and goes higher and higher and everybody starts to buy up Ethereum instead of Bitcoin? I don't know. We're going to have so many new possibilities. I just really want to see over the next like maybe 2 to 3 years, I want to see at least 5 to 10 ETFs pop up. I don't care what tokens they are. I just want to see 5. That way we can have more institutional money flowing into those different accounts. And again, I want to see more parts of the world also start to have more of those Bitcoin spot ETFs, so Bitcoin can be bought more and more by these institutions, whether it's be BlackRock and so forth, right? I like the term expand your friend base. I don't even expand my friend base. I was talking with my grandmother today when we went out, and and she was asking me if I ever become friends with people in Vegas. Do I ever make friends? I'm like, I make friends as so long we are at the same bar together, but once one of us leaves the bar, we never think of each other again for the most part, right? So typically what'll happen is I like to go for happy hours. I'm a big sucker for happy hours in Vegas because the most fun people show up to happy hours generally. So if you go to the Cosmopolitan, their happy hours are kind of staggered at the restaurants. So you can go from restaurant A to restaurant B to restaurant C. They have the STK Steakhouse. That one's really, really nice. They have they have a cheap menu for drinks, like they're really high quality ones. They get you really, really good, and especially if you get to know the bartender really fast. They're very nice about giving you a little bit heftier drinks. They have a happy hour food. So it might be like $7 for a piece of swordfish or something, but the swordfish is like that big. But again, you have a few snacks, you have a few drinks. Last time I was talking to some couple, they were there for their anniversary. They drove up from like Arizona or something over to Vegas. We talked for a good, half an hour to an hour, like 45 minutes to an hour, talking about the food and stuff, and just having a good old time. And then after that, I ended up leaving. I paid my, my tab, walked across the hallway, and boom, there was another restaurant where the next happy hour started. I met some dude that was like really in a shitty mood because he got divorced, and he was like, damn, I got divorced and I wanted to come to Vegas for the holidays. And I was like, okay, dude, I get you, man. I came to Vegas in December to escape myself. So come along. But then he started getting real trash, and he started getting all depressed about how he lost his wife and stuff. I was like, dude, you're gonna get over it. Just like move on. She's moving on. You got to move on. It's Vegas. If you're ever gonna do something crazy just to make yourself happy, this is probably the place where you can get away with it. And then he was an interesting character. I don't like him as much, but he was interesting. He gave me the vibe that he was trying to fake himself. He was trying to pump himself up more than he was. And I'm like, dude, you don't got to fake yourself. It's Vegas. I'm never going to see you again. But it was definitely an interesting time talking with him. I was hitting it up with the bartender. The bartender was so nice. I got myself a more hearty meal there. I got myself some bone marrow. Let me see if I can show you guys this while Bitcoin's consolidating still. What was that restaurant? Beauty and Essex? Let me show you. Yeah, Cosmopolitan. Bone marrow with toast. Yeah, here it is. These things? I don't know if you guys can see this, if it'll let me make it full. Oh, it won't let me make it full. Okay, hold on. This one? Okay. It's kind of hard to see, but it's bone marrow, toast, some cheese, some little greens, and then it has some like onion jam or something. And they gave me 4 bones, not 3, 4 bones. And the lady was awesome. Basically, after I scooped up the last bit and I put it on the toast and stuff like that, I was asking her like, last time I had this, I had some like sherry luge, like so you add a little bit of sherry and you like dip it down the bone marrow, and it kind of deglazes it as it goes through your mouth. And I was like, it was great. But she was like, have you ever tried to do whiskey with it before? And I was like, never even thought about it. So she hooked me up with a free shot of whiskey, and then she basically came around the bar, held the bone, or no, I held the bone, and she poured the whiskey down the bone for me, so I was able to have a shot of whiskey with the bone marrow. And I was just like, this is freaking fantastic. She was so nice. She got a freaking fat tip. But I love that type of stuff in Vegas, because typically you don't get people to do that for you in places around Seattle or places around Tacoma. You know, it's just not something you get. But in Vegas, everybody's really chill. If they're really good servers, I do not hesitate to give them a nice tip, because I'm there to enjoy myself, and if they help me enjoy myself, I'm in a good mood. Hey gamer, it's definitely worth going to Vegas at least once. Some people love it, some people hate it. I have a friend that doesn't like it because it's too much hustle and bustle. I know one of my friends, he has a friend who doesn't go to Vegas because he thinks it's a city full of sin. And I'm like, yeah, it pretty much is. But for me, like, I love to relax. Like, I have been known to spend a whole day at a spa, get a facial, you know, just relax. It's nice. It's really, really nice. When I'm down there, I might even get a haircut, actually. I'm thinking about it, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. Was she hot? I think all bartenders in Vegas, at least females, I've never seen a non-hot bartender. So yeah, I would say, yeah, definitely more on the attractive side. I'd have 10K in sell if I didn't buy an NFT. NFTs are very attractive to people for some reason. I have yet to buy one that like actually costs anything, but I don't know. I'm thinking of asking a friend of mine that makes NFTs to make me a piece of channel art, but it won't be the same type of NFT that he's used to, so we'll see. Snuggle thy Bitcoin Poly interior decorate sailboats. Ooh, that seems kind of fun. That's wild stuff. Vegas, you lose so much money on the slots. What do you call? I don't play slots all too often. I play it just for fun, maybe a few $100, maybe at max $1,000 I'll play. But just because I play $1,000 doesn't mean I lose $1,000. I usually get bored with slots and I move away to something else. Where I make where I'd like to have the most fun, I guess, where I lose the most money or win the most money, is going to be on roulette, or now roulette and craps. I like blackjack every now and again, but blackjack is kind of, you know. Sometimes I like to have more people around the table so everybody's facing the dealer, you know. But roulette, craps is really, really fun. I enjoy craps a lot. I normally will play craps at Cosmopolitan, but the last few times I've been to Vegas, the table games have not been that lively, which has been kind of a pain. It's usually a whole friend group that goes up at the beginning, you know, and then maybe people will kind of trickle in after them. But it's been very hard for me to go to a table by myself for a few minutes and hoping that people kind of join the crowd. They don't do that like they used to. Before, I used to just go to a table that was empty, and all of a sudden one other person would show up, then another person, then all of a sudden we have a full table. I think people just don't have the same amount of money to gamble. They may have the money to fly out and have a good time and eat and drink, but as far as gambling, I think people have been slowing down on that because they just know they're not going to be making as much money. And as far as the roulette tables nowadays have the triple zeros, which is just a travesty. I mean, it is horrible that they have triple zeros, which is why I don't really play as much roulette these days, but I really like to. I really enjoy roulette. You ever see that movie where they should, the people in the slot machines are hypnotized by the Medusa to stay on the slots endlessly? I have not seen that one, but I do see people that look like they're addicted to slots all the time. I mean, I like watching slot videos every now and again. There's this guy on YouTube called Vegas Matt, and every now and again he has a good video that I enjoy watching. It really just depends on like what the game he is playing is. I love listen to Coast AM. It's radio sending from Las Vegas. Ooh, that sounds nice. There you go. And hey, dummy, happy to see my man Right now, as far as I'm concerned, I'm just buying more Bitcoin for the long term. I'm not doing any trading on Bitcoin right now. So far, it looks like Bitcoin wants to come down a little bit more to test out a level of support. I'm waiting to see what happens as we test out that level of support. Right now, just so you know, the support level is the 20-day moving average. Why not make an NFT myself? Because I'm not good at it. You know, basically the guy makes art. So his name is Patrick Amanon. I haven't talked to him in a week. I gotta hit him up again. There it is. So this is him. He basically makes these NFTs, right? These things. But I want him to make a piece of channel art for me, for my YouTube channel, so that when you guys go to my main page, it looks kind of cool. I like his style. But it can't have, you know, it's not going to have any of this other stuff in it, right? It's just going to be a photo. It's not going to actually be a moving GIF or anything like that. Although I wish YouTube would allow me to have GIFs there, they just won't. So, you know, let me see if I can find something that he has. Go over here to media. That's like the format right there with those things, but again, I don't want something like that. But basically, he has a lot of stuff that I might want to have on there. Not entirely sure what theme I want it to be just yet, but it's definitely going to be, you know, crypto-y theme, maybe some greens and golds, and then some type of subscribe sign or something like that. I mean, but look at, you know, his stuff is freaking wild to the eye. But like if you go over to collections. Oh no, select art. I mean, I don't even know what this is. There's like a whale in the sky. I don't even know how much all this stuff went for. WAGME 2022. You know, I don't know how art works, guys. I don't know how art works, but how do I collections? Tezos work. There you go. Right. So I could buy some. I could buy this wolf thing, I guess. I think this is for like a couple $200, something like that. It's not crazy expensive. He's sold stuff for tens of thousands of dollars, so he knows what he's doing as far as NFT art. But I'm just, I don't know much about it, and I just want him to make something very simple for me, without all the glitchy stuff, because that seems like kind of a little bit too much. Let's see. Hey, Michael, where's everyone from? I don't even know. You guys can tell me where you guys are from if you want to. That'd be a nice question of the day. Where are you guys from? I'm from Washington State. Or where do you guys live? Either one, that works out too. And hey, Virulus, if you want to see my indicators, go over to YouTube. I just made a video about everything how I trade and everything like that. If you go over to YouTube and you type in best trading strategies for beginners, my video is somewhere over here. Oh, I might have to do this. Okay, go to upload date today, and it should be somewhere in here, unless I change the name of the video, which I don't think I did. Did I change the name of the video? Best trading strategies, maybe. Best trading strategy? There's my live stream right there. How does my live stream show up before my actual video? Okay, here we go. Today. YouTube really isn't pushing it out. That sucks. Okay, who cares? You can go over to my main YouTube channel. And then I put out a video earlier today where basically, right here, yeah. Best day trading strategy for beginners, how to trade Forex, stocks, and crypto. That'll help you out with all the indicators that I use. Because I have like, the moving averages, the MACD, stochastic, RSI, then plus the smart money concepts type of stuff there. They're flashing. Did I ever smoke backwoods? I don't think I have. No, I don't even know what backwoods is. You mean like in the woods? I've smoked in the woods plenty of times. I don't know about if it's something like particular with backwoods. Mud Duck, Oregon. I haven't been to Oregon in a hot minute. My grandmother wants me to go visit my uncle down in Oregon, but I don't know if I want to. He lives in Portland, and I like a lot of Oregon. I just don't typically like Portland unless I'm going down there for camera equipment. They have a really good camera store down there. There we are. So he creates and sells it with digital rights? Pretty much so. He's pretty good at it, but I don't understand how this art works. I really do, like, I gotta talk to him. The last time, he answered all of my questions about NFTs a long time ago, but like we were both really trashed on sake because we went to a sushi bar. And so I just don't recall much of it. It was after an NFT event in downtown Seattle. It was at NFT Seattle. But I don't even think there is an NFT Seattle anymore. NFT Seattle? Like, we have an NFT museum in Seattle. Like, we actually have an NFT museum. Look at this. We have a museum for NFTs. Are there pictures in here? I don't know. Right? So they have, there's an NFT museum. Private fundraiser event. UW student organization formal event, right? So there's just NFTs and stuff like that. You come in here, pixel and thread fashion and brand NFTs. So you can show off your fashion, I don't have such fashion as that. Look at all that jewelry he has on there. That's a little bit too much. I can't have my hair like that. My hair is too Blaxican, if you will. I like the hat. But yeah. I haven't been to this NFT event, and maybe I should go to some of these events here, but NFT Seattle. NFT Seattle. They used to have a website. This is back in 2024. Website. The website expired. So I don't even think we have an NFT Seattle anymore. That shows how far NFTs have fallen down in the Pacific Northwest. Wait, do we have an Ethereum Seattle? I went to this last year. They have one for 2023. It hasn't been updated for 2024 though. So I don't even remember any of these sponsors here. Oh, this Matt guy. I've talked with this Matt guy a few times. He's really chill. This guy right here. I just talked to him about a month ago. Matt Tamgross. He's the head of technology for Solana. Really knowledgeable guy. Really, really fun and funny guy to talk with. You can enjoy a good beer with him and have a good conversation. He's very, very knowledgeable. But sometimes he's too knowledgeable, so whatever he talks about goes over your head. This is the only guy I remember out of all these people that talked. Covalent, Aleo, Alborn. I don't know any of these people. He's the only one guy I talked to. On a semi-monthly basis. 1 inch. Yeah, not really much there. But again, I don't see much for 2024 at all. So I don't think there's much events happening until I think they all kind of died out. Yeah. I think they just died out, or if they're coming, they're going to come like, they're going to be an announcement later on in the year or something. Oh, wait, actually. They're in Seattle. They have an X account. Have they posted in a while? No, they haven't posted since 2022. Right? I know that guy. I know that guy. I don't know those women. Am I in any of these videos? Let's see. This was 2 years ago, though. I have no idea what that was. No, I never actually listened to anybody at the stage. I'm not a stage person. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the Seattle crypto community is not that crazy. Oh, Solana started to pump back up again. Look at that. Bitcoin took it down a leg and all of a sudden, boom. English was on a car outside. I heard some loud noises. So Solana's starting to pump a little bit more here. That's nice to see. How's did Bohm do the same thing? It's trying to. It hasn't had the best opportunity yet. But again, you're dollar cost averaging Bohm every freaking half an hour at this point. You're seeing a death cross form on the 5-minute chart. Last one led to a little bit of consolidation for a while. This thing is just so new. We don't know much about it yet. Meanwhile, Miro's down 7%, Lady's down 10.5%, Whiff is down not 10%, Floki's down 10%. Meme tokens are getting hit hard. How's Fi isn't getting hit too much right now. How's Ajax? Ajax got hit pretty hard. World token got hit pretty hard. NMR got hit a little bit, but not too bad. XLM is up a little bit more today. That's nice to see. FTM is moving up right now as well. So there's some golden opportunities for day traders out there, but excuse me, talking too much. But I don't know if I necessarily want to hop into these trades or just kind of admire them. Admire them looking afar, right? There we go. Look at that. This could break above $1 later on tonight. Heck, I'm happy just to have hair. Trashed on sake. Refreshed and came back to trash. Oh yeah, what do you call it? There's a place in Seattle. Oh, look at this. We have a nice little move from FTM. Okay, of course that's messing everything up, but that's fine. There's a place in Seattle called Omi Sake House. And it's a little bit pricier as far as sushi and sake go. But it's like where all the techies pretty much go to have a good sushi bite. When I'm talking about really good food, it's very, very good food. Let me go over here with Bitcoin very fast. Let's watch it consolidate a little bit more. Hair. Oh, Umi Sake House. Yeah. Right, they have a really good menu. They even have happy hour, dinner. Right, they got some cool stuff here. You get the miso soup to start off with here. They got the hot plates. Right, they got cod, garlic short ribs. You got everything else. Spicy ginger chicken. All types of really good stuff. They have the raw bar with the poke and stuff. I'm not a big fan of poke myself, but people like it. I will never get noodles at a sushi shop. I just never see the need. I'd rather have sushi. They got vegetable sushi. They got the nigiris. I'm a big fan of the oh, they don't have it on here, but it's called sea urchin with a quail egg on top of it. It's a very good thing right there. And of course the unagi is one of my favorites too. Then you could have umi platters right here where they just give you fish on a plate. Standard rolls, specialty rolls, stuff like that. Oh, it's just absolutely delicious. And there's just so much stuff that they can make for you. It really, really works out. And then the drinks, even better. But the drinks can kind of go up in price quite a bit. So I try to get a nice little sake. So they got the cocktails, right? But then right here, they got the pours, right? So you get a 1.5 liter bottle, a 1.8 liter bottle. So you can buy the bottle there, which is kind of nice if you want to have it for the table. It can take a little bit. They have a sake flight, sample only 3, sample only 5. They're pretty good. The flights are very, very tiny, but I guess they're flights. Sake bottle, 17 bucks. There's a really good one around here. The sparkling one right here. Yeah, it's only 39 bucks, but it's really, really good. Oh God, I need to go back there to get some sushi. But they got like every sake you can imagine. They have it, and they make it cold and hot. It's just so delicious. And the whiskeys are very, very good as well. Where's it at? Oh my God, they got the expensive ones over here too. Where's the nice one? The sherry cask one is pretty good. I had that at another place a few weeks ago. But yeah, I love it. I don't even, Keela, what is that? uh, Anunnaki? Can't pronounce that properly. Even my 90-year-old mom knows what Bitcoin is. In the next decade, it's going to be nice. Oh, yeah. I'm excited to see where Bitcoin goes. The big thing is you just have to hold, and that's kind of the troubling part, right? Hold, 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 hold. Nobody likes to hold, but that's pretty much what we have to do. Egyptian sushi. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Egyptian sushi. I mean, they might have it there. I mean, I don't even know. Did we check the menu there? Well, I don't need to keep on checking the menus and stuff, but basically, it's a really chill place. When you go inside, they turn off the lights usually. Like, I've never been in there with it when it's that bright. But the sushi is good. They got the mochi stuff. You know, whatever that is. Calamari, it looks like. Whatever that is. Right? They have a table where you can sit down at. Short ribs. Water, wine, sake. Oh, it's a sake. I don't know what the heck that is. Is that a sake flight? If that's a sake flight, they must have upped their sake flight since I've been there, because I'm not used to those large cups. Calamari. Oh, that looks pretty good. The roe, salmon eggs. It's just a very, very chill place to eat and grab some food. Typically, though, it's very easy to get trashed there, just because sake is just delicious. I mean, what can I say? You know, sake is just great. Same with Japanese whiskey. It's just, I love it. I went to Japan. The sushi was bomb there. Oh, I bet. The experience overall was cool. I definitely want to go to Japan just to try out some of the sushi spots to see how I might like it. Just to see the difference of the culture and how they produce it. Because, you know, a place like that in Seattle, it's not going to be quiet and peaceful. It's loud as fuck. The biggest thing is it's super loud. So in order to hear people, you have to talk loud too. So it's just a very loud environment. But again, if you're drinking sake and have a good time, you're fine. You know, last time I was there, I think it was a few months ago, I was there with a friend. She was visiting up from Oregon. And she said she was going to drive back down all the way to Oregon after the event in Seattle. So I was like, before you go, you want to come with me to grab some sushi? He was like, yeah. So we went and got some sushi, had a good time. She was nice enough to drop me back at my place too, which is really nice because, again, it was a little bit of a drive off the beaten path. But it saved me like $150 from paying an Uber, right? But we tried some oyster shots. Oh, completely disgusting. They added some weird habanero flavor to the oyster shot, and it was just disgusting. Give me a good shot of sake with oysters, sure, but habanero sake, I don't know what the heck that. It was just. I'm still scarred to this day. I don't like to try new cocktails out, like those spices and stuff. Back when I was living in Montana, I was dating this girl. Like, I had broken up with my ex at the time. A few weeks later, I had met this girl off of like Tinder, I think it was, and we had really hit it off, and we were going out to the bars and stuff like that. She convinced me to get a sriracha cocktail. I didn't even take like 2 sips of it. No, I took exactly 2 sips of it, and I didn't take a third. I let her have the rest of it, and I literally just ordered myself an old fashioned. People every now and again, they finally convince me to try something new, and then I'm completely disgusted by it, and I'm just like, you know what? It's just not good. It's not good. But luckily, she took it like a champ. She was perfectly fine with it. Me, it was disgusting. It was absolutely disgusting. Never get yourself a sriracha cocktail. It was just get yourself an old fashioned. Get yourself a mojito, a mint julep, whatever you want. A Manhattan, I don't know. A martini, for heaven's sakes, or a margarita. But just don't get some weirdly flavored spicy drink, because it just never ends well. I like Swift for the long term, and I'm not buying it right now. I think Swift is probably going to come down a little bit lower. Take the Uber, it's worth it? Oh, yeah, I know I'm going to take the Uber, but if I'm going to have a friend that's going to drive me back down, you know, that saves me money. Remember, I was up in Seattle last week. Either last week or the week before. And I went up to that place in Seattle, which I think I'm going to go to tomorrow. It's called, no, I'm not going to go there tomorrow. I'll probably go somewhere else. Um, there's this hotel in Seattle called the Fairmount or something like that, and they have a speakeasy inside behind the bookcase, and it's a really nice little room. Cocktails are a little bit more expensive, of course, because it's downtown Seattle, but man, it is a very relaxing environment. But it took me I was up there for a Bitcoin or a crypto conference event type of thing, right? But I paid $120 to get up there, and then I paid $150 to get back down. I was drunk because remember I went live with you guys when I got back, and I was pretty buzzed, and I was having a good time with it. But yeah, that was definitely an interesting night. Lots of good alcohol, lots of good alcohol. I'm in the woods, no Ubers here, but if you party, take a cab. Oh yeah, cabs are perfectly fine as well. I can get an Uber to pick me up usually, but there are some times in the middle of the night where there's like no Ubers next to me, so I don't even bother with it. But I mean, again, if I'm living downtown, there's always an Uber, even up to like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. But if I go out tomorrow, I don't know how late I'm going to stay. I don't even know how many. I might even just stay in downtown Tacoma and go to a bar over there. Maybe I'll go to a tiki bar or something. No, I don't know. I don't know where I'd go. Tacoma doesn't have the nightlife I'm seeking. I like a semi-luxury place, you know? Where the bartenders are kind of classy. Maybe I'll go to El Gaucho. It's like a nice steakhouse around here. But they're not open late. Yeah, I don't know. I just know when I go up to Seattle, it's definitely a commitment. It's definitely a commitment I have to make to myself. The classic drinks are something to stick with. LOL, maybe sip to find something out. Yeah, what do you call it? I mean, like, I'll try stuff every now and again, but usually it's going to be a woman doing it for me. She'll be like, hey, try this. I'm like, okay, I'll try it. And if I don't like it, I don't like it. But when I try new drinks and when I do like them, they're not like a weird flavored drink. It's going to be something kind of like an old standard drink that's been around for a while, but I just haven't heard of it. Like there's a drink, you can type in like, you know, old drinks from the 1920s during the speakeasy days or whatever. There's a whole bunch of easy drinks that a bartender can make. Those are pretty nice, right? But if I'm trying out something modern and all sweet and stuff, I don't like to have too much sweetness in my drink unless it's Luxardo cherry juice. You know, because it's like it's soaked in that type of alcoholic syrup. But that's, you know, that has a bit of alcohol behind it, so I can you know, get along with it a little bit more. I used to love hot sauce. I like hot sauce, just not in my cocktails. Not my cocktails. Hey Jake, looking for some advice. Got Doge and down 6% the past week, but still holding. What are your thoughts? I'm still dollar cost averaging Dogecoin right now. I anticipate it's going to go much higher past all-time highs during this cycle. However, Dogecoin could definitely take another dip down here over the next few days. Today is really, like today and tomorrow are really big test days for Bitcoin. You know, at the worst, Bitcoin can drop down another like $5,000-7,000 from where we are now if things get a little bit heated. Hopefully, Bitcoin is going to be able to bounce from here, go back up towards $74,000-75,000, and we can reach all-time highs again, make a new push. And then what we have to worry about going into next week, which could hurt Dogecoin and the coins across the spectrum here, is going to be what happens during the Fed meeting, the FOMC meeting. Jerome Powell can raise rates, lower rates, or just keep it the same. It's like a 95% chance that he keeps rates the same. I do not see him raising rates or cutting rates at all at this point in time. But he may say something during his statement and then during his questioning from the media where it might cause the market to move a little bit up and a little bit down. During that time, you will probably see the dollar index go up. And that dollar index going up may make Bitcoin have a little bit more of a dip on Monday. So, you know, I expect a little bit more volatility over the next few weeks, next week, excuse me. But I'm still buying up because I know like a couple months from now, Dogecoin's going to be back above 20 cents, you know, Bitcoin's going to be back above $70,000 and so forth, right? So I'm basically just holding. As long as you're holding spot, you're fine, in my opinion. But if you want to have a stop loss, you can definitely add on there just in case you're afraid of Dogecoin having a little bit more of a larger drop, so to speak. Stay classy, my friends. Speakeasy, it's a 1920 things. No, I'm like, I love speakeasies. They're all around the place. Like there's a few in Vegas that I really like, and then there's that one in Seattle that I was talking to you guys about. I just forget what it's called, but it's like literally behind a bookcase. You gotta wait for somebody to let you in, and it fills up kind of fast. Maybe what I'll do tomorrow is maybe I'll slum it for a while, and I'll actually take the bus up there to save $150. Then I'll spend a couple $100 on drinks and not feel as guilty about it. Then take the $150 Uber back to my place. I just hate taking an Uber up there when I'm sober. I don't mind taking an Uber back when I'm drunk, but I hate taking an Uber up there when I'm sober. It doesn't feel right. I'm frugal. Because I probably, well, what time does this place close? That's actually a better thing to think about here. Let me see. Over here. Because even if I don't go there tomorrow, I know I might go to the Pine Box or something. There you go. And Bitcoin's not doing anything, which is nice. Players. Okay, here we go. Hotels. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. All right, so it's going to be Courtyard Marriott, no. Citizen, no. Panama Hotel. Hotel, oh, Fairmont Olympic Hotel, there we go. Oh, I was in totally the wrong neighborhood. Okay, there we go. So this place over here, there's a bar in here, Shuckster's Oyster Bar. The Oyster Bar is pretty good too. Guest house, interior shop. Okay. Now all I gotta do is type bar, and it should show me the bars in here, right? Olympic Bar, Pomper Bar, Capitol Grill, no. Founders Club. So this place, it closes at midnight, so I might have to go to another bar between midnight and what do you call? But basically it looks like that. It's a very small environment. There's the doorway in there. It's a very, very small environment, but it's pretty chill. Bartenders know what they're doing. I have a good time there, but it closes at midnight. And then it has there's a bar on the outside of the area, and there's another bar back over there. It's like a hotel that has like 5 different bars inside of it. You gotta love a hotel that likes to get you drunk. And what's right here? I'm almost thinking to drop all of it in a bit because it will drop less than Doge. I'm fairly new to stop loss and limit trading, but I know it'll go back up towards the halving. Yeah, exactly. Eventually, a lot of this stuff will go back up. You'll be fine. But if for whatever reason you're thinking that, you know, I don't want to be holding during this time, it's just not something I enjoy, yeah, feel free. But, you know, next time you open up a trade, have a plan. And so when you buy it, whether it's a breakout or momentum is shifting, whatever, have a plan. And then from there, I would just say, make sure that you have a target price. So like you're going to sell it if it hits this level. And then you have a stop loss. So you're going to sell it if it, you know, it'll automatically sell if you hit that level. If you want to have a target price in order to make your life a little bit easier, you can scale out at different levels. So if you say, hey, if Bitcoin or Dogecoin or whatever it is hits this level, I'll sell 20% of that asset. If it goes up to this price, I'll sell another 20%, another 20%, another 20%, and so forth. That usually works out because a lot of people feel bad when they sell, and it keeps on going up. And scaling out can kind of help you at least collect some of that profit as it continues to move higher and higher. I don't know much about funded automated bots, to be honest. They tore down the Hyperloop and scrapped it to make room for the railroad? Oh, I didn't know that. I was going to try to ride that sucker down in Vegas in a few weeks. Do I like Solana? Definitely. I've been holding Solana for a while since I started to crash last year. I didn't get the bottom of it, not even close, but so far it doesn't matter. Solana's been making some really good moves over the past, what, 6-7 months? There you go. AMP looks like it wants to break out. AMP has been pretty fine so far. I mean, it's a little bit over sold right now based off of the move yesterday. And, you know, if you go over here, look at the daily chart, look at that. You know, it definitely had a really bad day. Let's get rid of those drawings here. It probably was for a smaller time frame. 4-hour chart, it looks like it wants to build back up a little bit more here. It's not back to being bullish yet, but it looks like it has the opportunity to be. So if you're trying to preemptively buy into it, you might see some buyers over here. 2-hour chart looks fine. 1-hour chart looks fine. 1-hour chart took bullish way back over here though. Looking like a little bit of a resistance around here, around 0.012140. Not bad. Even FTM is still moving up right now. XLM is doing a small move. Injective is trying to make a move. Pendle's moving a little bit here. And then Bohm is still trying to make a move here. The 5-minute chart is what you're looking at with Bohm though. Oh, it did come back down a little bit though. So it's consolidating here. A little bit of a double bottom maybe. Might have an opportunity to get back up here towards 0.0152. That might be worth making the trade. There's just too much volatility here. Like this move from there to there was what, 10%? Yeah, 10% right there. Wild moves. You know there's some people that are loving this day trading right now though. There we are. Bull run's over. I had $20 in Ox, sold it, and it went up 28%. I'm sticking with Bitcoin, Ethereum, 80% for the portfolios. It's definitely the safest way to go there. Definitely the safest way to go, especially if you're a newer investor. I'm trying to find an entry into Sol. What would be the best time levels to enter? Right now, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because it's not following Bitcoin right now. It's kind of taking off by itself. You would probably have to wait for its own pullback whenever that does occur, and then you would have to wait for the next following breakout, which might take a few days at least. Once it starts to consolidate, it'll be a little bit easier for me to show you guys those breakouts. But right now, Solana has not been following the trend here as far as all the other altcoins and Bitcoin combined. As fast walk, I don't think I've ever. I think I used the Hyperloop maybe once or so to try it out. But I don't know. You know, it's by the Vegas Expo. I never really have a reason to go to the Vegas Expo area. I went there for one Expo event. But typically when I'm in Vegas and I go to expos, they're usually inside of the Venetian Expo Hall, which is a freaking massive thing. And I really do enjoy the Venetian Expo Hall. It's very, very nice. It's very, very, you know, Venetian Plaza. They're just very nice buildings. I enjoy being inside of them. The Las Vegas Expo, like you can go from a busy area, you walk like maybe 100 yards and you're like in the deserted area where there's nobody there. It's freaking weird. Would you compare WIF and Bonk? I'd be much more long on WIF right now because it's been having a lot more volatility. But as far as Bonk's concerned, it's just been kind of dormant over the past, month or so. So if you're buying Bonk, you're anticipating a very large move occurring over the next few months where it's just going to go parabolic out of nowhere. And while it could definitely happen, it's going to be a surprise when it does, basically. And I anticipate it's going to happen, but it's going to be a surprise. Just like we were talking about Dogecoin and Shiba back a few months ago. You know, it's like about a month and a half ago, actually now. People were constantly asking me about, should I still hold on to Doge? What should I do with Dogecoin? Should I buy Dogecoin? Are you buying Dogecoin? And I was saying, yeah, I own a lot of Dogecoin. I'm buying Dogecoin, but the technical analysis on it has been absolutely dog shit. So I'm basically just waiting for it to go parabolic out of nowhere, and then it's going to surprise everybody. Then everybody's going to try to hop on board and try to buy it up then. And then what do you know? It went parabolic there, but it took a long time for it to make that move. So Bonk might be trying to do that same thing where it's just going to be waiting for a while. Then all of a sudden it goes boom, and then I'm going to be very happy. But I still have open positions with Bonk right now. And of course with, what was the one you talked about right there? WIF. I still have long positions on both of those. The other 20% is the fun part. No, that makes a lot of sense though. At least you have some diversity in your portfolio. And hey, Donald, I appreciate that a lot. It's been a pretty chill night here, right? Bitcoin's been pretty much going sideways here. A little bit of upward moves, a little bit of downward moves, nothing crazy. But, you know, it's a Friday night. It's fun to chat with you guys. I'm pretty tired here, so I'll probably end the stream a little bit later. But basically, you know, it's nice. I enjoy it. I'll go over here very fast. Anything making a large move in the last hour? FTM is it, Jupiter is, and Bonk is up. Oh, Bonk is making a little bit of a move. See, last 90 days though, it's only up 33%. If you like last 33%, if you go over here, Dogwood Fat is up 1400%, Floki's at 545%, Pepe's at 490. So I'm hoping that eventually Bonk will have that large move there and I'll be able to be happy with it. Even Fetch AI is up quite a bit here. What's been going down the most? Sats, Monero, Jupiter. Anything I should buy with a lower market cap here down here? Now everything just has a high market cap right now. Even with these little bit of drops that we've been seeing, they still have a pretty high market cap. So it looks like a lot of the good stuff that I'm looking for is definitely not in the top 100. Portal's down, FTX tokens down. Pax Gold, Casper, or 590, 400. Those aren't terrible. Ape NFT. I don't know if I want to buy an Ape NFT though. It might be worth it. I bought some meme, right? I don't anything else over here though. I have some baby Dogecoin. I own some XAI. I got some Jasmine, I got some Inu, and I got some Space ID. Space ID I wanted to see go much higher though. I'm hoping it does at least. Memes, there we go. Smallest market cap. Oh, is this all we got? Poppy, Hey Potter, Bomber, Inu one. Let's see. I think that's moving up though. Loser coin, cat token, CZ the goat. That's 62%. Jesus. Catman, King Sheep. Oof. Down a little bit. Key. Menu might be something there. Has a $3,000 market cap. It's 4,000. Very, very small, but this could be something menu. I'm trying to think of names that can go parabolic, basically. Honk, Shiba Inu. Ray 2.0. No, there's just not as much down here. Bottom feeding. The turbo seems to be okay, but that's a low market cap. I don't have the ability to buy turbo just yet, though. Maybe it's on crypto.com. No, it's not. I have to wait for some of these things to go on exchanges that I have accounts on. I have been hearing more about Grok, that's for sure. There you go. ICP, that's also one right there as well. And hey Coco, good morning, where you are at, excuse me. I have bad mojo about staking. It seems it ties it up. I mean, there's flexible ones, there's locked in prices. Most of the time I wouldn't recommend having it locked, just because even though you get more leverage, it's kind of scary if something bad happens to the exchange. You just don't want to deal with it. Because typically, I'm the type of guy that as soon as I hear rumors about any exchange that I'm on, I immediately move all of my capital off the exchange for 24 hours. I don't have to trade for a couple days if I don't have to. I want my money, I'd rather have my money be safe than, you know, have an opportunity at some type of trade, right? So as soon as I start to see issues, I will move all of my money back out to another exchange like a Coinbase, or I'll move it over to a crypto.com or something, and I'll pay the fees, I'll be happy, and I'll just wait a few weeks for it to settle down, and I'll go back in. But right now, you know, we're not even into a bearish market cycle here. You know, we're still in this kind of bullish move here. Turbo is on uphold. Yeah, so far it's been good. I want to buy more of it. And Steve, yeah, I've definitely been hearing that about New York. New York is really limited the options that people can buy their cryptocurrency. One of the reasons that I'm moving to Panama here, besides just, everything's cheaper, is I'll have access to so many more exchanges, and then I'll be able to talk about more exchanges, tell you guys the benefits of all of them, and then I can make tutorial videos talking about, hey, this exchange is good, this exchange is good, this exchange is good, this exchange is bad, and then by having a Panamanian ID, I'll be able to actually do their KYC processes over there, and everything should be fairly good. I just have to freaking find a house. It's been so hard to find a house over there in Panama. I just want to rent one that's furnished, and they're there, but they're too big. The ones that I'm looking at are all way too big, and I can't find any that are like $2,500 to $2,000. That's kind of what I want to spend for a house per month. And I see that some that are $3,500, and sure, they're worth it. $3,500. Some are $4,500. Yeah, they're worth it, but they're just so large, and I don't need a mansion. Like, there's a house out there that's like 5,000 square feet. What does one person and a dog need 5,000 square feet for? Like, it'd be cool to have the whole house to myself, don't get me wrong, but like, again, what would I need all of that for? Even if I get 3 other dogs down there, it's still way too much space. So I've been really struggling to find a house down there. It's been a pain in the butt. Will I make a profit with $6,000 Doge? I believe so. But again, you have to figure out how long you're willing to hold for those types of moves, because Dogecoin has typically been something that's been like very, very stagnant until it goes parabolic. And so it's something that most people just ignore until it starts to move, and then you're very, very happy. But if you check your Dogecoin like every few days or every week, you're just not going to see much change, which is really sucks, right? Even Shiba Inu right now, it's down like 13-14% over the last week or so. I think Dogecoin's only down like maybe 5%, but it's just painful to watch sometimes, and people like to usually sell. And hey, Francisco, I'm anticipating Dogecoin going up towards $1 this cycle, or at least up to the previous all-time highs, the very worst. So I'm going to start selling my Dogecoin kind of around 50 to 60 cents. Then I'm going to start selling a little bit more heavily around 70 to 80. Then around 90 to $1. Then if it does go above $1, I'll probably have a few percent left to kind of let it ride on into the sunset until it starts to really capitulate. But I'll be moving my stop loss up quite a bit as needed there. See, I skimmed over Catgirl coin before. Have you ever heard about it from the last bull run? It's got a lot of potential. I haven't heard too much about it. It seems like a good name, so I anticipate that it probably has a good social media following behind it. What's it there? Elon did say that X will be incorporating crypto. Yeah. He even talked about Dogecoin. Dogecoin had a little bit of a pop a few days ago because Elon Musk was talking about it, or there was an announcement about it, I would say. But yeah, things are looking okay. Let's see. I have an 883 square feet. Didn't know so many gadgets it would work. It's Amazon's fault that I'm sticking to that excuse. I don't know. For me, it was when I'm looking at houses right now. Let me close all this stuff up. Like, this is just one website, of course. There's plenty of them out there, and there's a few that have better stuff and worse stuff. But if I go over here and I look at just houses, this website only has a few houses. And I find the cheapest house, right? The cheapest house is $3,500. Technically, I'd be okay paying for that if I really had to. But again, this house, it's 5-bedroom, 6-bathroom for 1 human being and 1 dog, 5,000 plus square feet. I just don't see the purpose of actually, does this even work? Yeah, right? I don't need all of that space. And especially, I'd rather save my money to invest in the YouTube channel that I'm going to be building up. Because remember, I'm going to hire staff in there for the YouTube channel. I'm going to try to grow. And it's going to be much easier for me to actually employ people, help them out, help myself out, grow the business while I'm down there because it's affordable. I can actually hire people. It's not easy to pay for people's livelihoods in America, as you guys might imagine. But again, if I go to maybe a more expensive one, it's a little bit, it's a smaller house, but it's more expensive. I don't want to pay for that, right? 4,000 square feet for $5,000. 13,000 square feet for $8,000. I mean, that's a, yeah, that's, as I was about to say, it is called a mansion. So it's just not something I like. I've been trying to go to the other ones, like here. Like right here at .2 homes. This site is not as beautiful as the other one, but it gets the job done. This is more of a Latin American place that I'm used to. If I go over here to house, I don't want a townhome, or I guess townhome could work out. I don't want recreational, I don't want mobile, go to there. I zoom in over here to, you know, different houses, but it's kind of broken because it's giving me condos and stuff too. Like, I don't want a condo, I want a house, right? Here's a house over here. It's not in the part of town I like. I just scroll down here. Here's a house, $2,400. It's right around here somewhere. So I can rent a house around here in this little gated community, it looks like. The yard isn't really the best, so I kind of don't know what I would do with Loki, but it has a communal pool, has tennis courts and stuff. But at least we can have a house. This might be an apartment inside the complex. Yeah, it's an apartment inside the complex, but I don't want. I think there's a golf club over here. This is 4,200. Again, that's like, you know, 3,000, 4,000 square feet. I don't need that much space. It's like they only have large houses or very tiny houses. They don't really have something that's kind of in the middle spot. This is not that must be 520 meters. That's like 5,000 square feet. 1,600 square feet. This isn't the best place I want to buy. Yeah, that's not the type of house I'm looking for. I want something a little bit better. There's this one over here that's nice. It's $2,500, but it's not in the city. It's like an hour outside the city. And that's not what I'm looking for, but the house is actually perfect for me. So I might end up moving into a condo if I can't find a house, which will be kind of a bummer because that means every time I have to take Loki outside, I'll have to, you know, take him to the little poop area or whatever. You know, it'll be fine. If I go into a condo, I'm not even gonna go into the nicer areas. Like, you see how they have, like, you know, nice condos all across this area, condos. Jesus. Where did I teleport to? Oh, there you go. There's like condos all across here and condos all across here. I'm gonna have to find a condo area that's also close to a dog park so I can take Loki outside for a couple hours every day and he can get his exercise. And there's parks all across here. I'm like, you can walk through all these areas, walk through all these areas, walk through all this area, you know? There's tons of nice little parks, but I want to be very, very close where I'm literally like 5-minute walk away from the park, you know? I own a house. It's insane. My mortgage is 30% of rent I'd pay. Exactly. Yeah. If you got into a mortgage early, you're very, very lucky. I lost 0.10 Bitcoin yesterday when the flash crash happened. Feel awful. It can definitely be rough. Make sure you have your stop losses to kind of protect yourself. But besides that, just, you know, proper risk management can help you out so much there. But don't worry, you're not the only person that lost money. There are tons of people that lost money yesterday. So, hey, Paula. Gala? Yeah, not much has changed since we talked about it a few minutes ago, but it's still moving up a little bit. Daily chart, bouncing off. Weekly chart, still consolidating pretty much, you know, just giving a little bit of a breather. We were able to break out here, so technically all we're trying to do this week, you know, for the next 2 days, is basically hold on to the support level, and hopefully we'll be able to hold on for the next week after that. 4-hour chart, consolidating. Have we had the breakout yet? No, we haven't had a breakout yet, so be careful. We're basically waiting to see if we can have a breakout here. Bitcoin would have to break out for Gala to have a breakout, of course, but if you're able to break out, it may start going back over here to 0.077 cents basically, then up a little bit higher back over here to these highs around 0.87. After that, if Bitcoin's booming, then you can start talking about going to these previous levels of 9 cents, you know, what, 12.5 cents and so forth. But right now, I'm not too concerned about that because I don't know what Bitcoin's going to do. Bitcoin looks like it wants to retest some levels, but I think maybe once the next couple days come along, I think it'll be fine. But right now, I'm looking for a day trade when it comes to Gala, with maybe a possibility that I leave 20 or 30% of the trade open after I take my profits, and I just kind of wait to see what happens as I adjust my stop loss up over time here. But it's definitely been climbing up since the crash that we had yesterday, that's for sure. There we are. On Panama, you must live on the city. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. Well, I mean, that's what I'm gonna be doing. It's just, do I want to get a condo or not? If I get a condo, I'm probably gonna get some type of penthouse condo. The penthouse ones are pretty nice, but for me, I'm gonna be so picky. I have a little bit more money to kind of spend on the condo, so I'm looking at condos without balconies. So I'll show this one more time. $2,000 right there. Hopefully I don't spend more than that. All right. So there's a 33,000 square foot condo right here. This one's pretty nice. I've showed this to you guys before, right? Pretty simple, very nice. Spacious 3-bedroom loft apartment for rent located in the area of Bella Vista. All right. So we'll go over here. Looks like it's more in the city. I'm going to Bella Vista this December to check stuff out, so I'll be happy. So it's like this neighborhood over here. So I guess part of it is by the water. I'm just not entirely sure which, where this room is. I have to talk with the agent and kind of get the walkthrough. Here's a penthouse over here for $19.50. This one has less square footage, but it's a penthouse, which is nice, so I don't have to hear people walking above me. Right? Dining area. I see how there's an outdoor area. The outdoor area is a little bit too much for me, even though this part has a fence right there. This part doesn't, so I don't want Loki to, fall down or something like that. But it would be nice just to be on the top floor and just kind of relax a little bit. Master bedroom, nothing crazy with it. Master bathroom, fine, nothing crazy with it as well. It's kind of weird that the closet's in the bedroom. And then from there, I have a second bedroom and a third bedroom. The third bedroom would probably be turned into an office, and I'll have them remove the beds and stuff like that if I had to. There's also lofts, I guess. 1,800 square foot loft. I can negotiate this probably down to $1,400 a month, perhaps. A living room, a dining room. Again, it has a balcony, which I don't technically like, but I'll just keep the door shut most of the time. Spiral or whatever type of staircase that is. A bedroom up top. I'd probably have a desk up here as well. Not my favorite type of setup here, honestly. But over there, I see there's an opportunity for me to have a desk over there too. So there's different ways of going about it. This is not part of the apartment, I would assume. Oh no, it is. I got this whole balcony area. That's why the apartment felt kind of small. So they put that balcony as part of the square footage, which I don't like. I don't want to have that much balcony. I'm not going to be using it, of course. This one seems a little better than the other ones, but again, I just have to do so much research by myself or with an agent. But until I actually go down there, the agents are going to go out of their way to like really find me the best thing here. Because like maybe this guy isn't going to move or something like that, right? Colona's the other side of Panama. You got to go through the jungle to get there. Ooh, that sounds interesting right there. I'd probably take a helicopter. Bella Vista. Yeah, I mean, from the time I've spent there before, it was very nice. I was even looking at the old town, but the old town, it doesn't have enough parks over there. Take off these damn tags. There you go. Yeah, it doesn't have enough enough yards or not. Yeah, so I just want a house with a yard. So if I got to pay more for that, so be it. I'll literally just put money aside in a savings account every month. I'll just pull it out to pay for rent. And I'll just trade it and stuff like that to do everything else. But I just really want to find a house if possible, a nice house in a gated community, or maybe I would even take a condo in a gated golf course community. When I've been looking at places over here, like there's a good golf course over here. So like here, yeah. The Santa Maria Luxury Collection. That's some type of hotel, but if I can rent one of these condos over here, I think I'd be pretty happy with it. Or a little townhouse over here. I can walk around with Loki. He can use the bathroom. It's very, very easy to get in and out. I don't think I'd mind that at all, even if it's in a condo. I just don't know how much it would cost because it's hard to find out. Because like some places are on some websites, other ones are on other websites. Like this one. Maybe it might be over here. Apartments. Probably would be a higher price, I guess. But I guess that's yeah, there we go. Let's see. Well, what is this place called though? Santa Maria Golf. Is there a search bar for this? Santa Maria. Hit enter. No, see, Santa Maria Garden. Oceans. No, I think it's actually like a town of Santa Maria, not the Santa Maria Golf Course. So yeah, I'll figure it out. I think that golf course area though, it might be where I end up staying if I can just find a nice apartment in there that's not going to be breaking my back. You know, I guess I can afford something nice, but I don't want to pay for something nice because I still have to pay for a living maid. I still have to pay for all the food and stuff, all the Ubers I'm taking because I'm not going to get a car for a while. And then I'm going to have to pay for, you know, the business and starting that up over there while down there as well. I'm holding a Doge at an average of 10 cents. Should I take profit or just hold? It depends on what your plan is with it. If your plan was to sell around that price point, you can definitely take your profits. You can wait for Dogecoin to dip back down and buy more. You know, every time you buy a token, you have to have a plan on when you want to sell it. If you're waiting for Dogecoin to hit 60 cents or 50 cents or 20 cents or 30 cents or whatever, you know, you're typically just going to wait for that to happen, even though it might take some time. But if you bought at 10 cents and you're like, you know, you're looking at Dogecoin and you're saying, you know, I've made enough profit, you can definitely sell and lock in those gains and nobody would hold that against you. It's just basically you got to find the right time to hop back into Dogecoin over the next few days or weeks if it does take that next step down, right? But yeah, you're seeing a lot of people take profits off of Dogecoin right now. In fact, you saw a lot of people take profits of Dogecoin when it was at 20 cents, right? Definitely, it's down to 16 cents now, it looks like. So you could definitely sell if you want to. Grew from the balcony. Yeah, I just have a lot of anxiety of Loki being on a balcony on a high apartment building. It's just lots of anxiety. I have a balcony at my house and he's never even thought of like jumping over it, but it's just this, you know, I don't want to think about it, right? I don't have to worry about it. That's a better way to say it. So I'll look for apartments here. Like, actually, maybe it'd be better going like this. Apartments. Here's one. Punta Pacifica Realty. I just want to rent though. Low to high, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. Go here. Doesn't even tell me the prices. Ocean Club, Alva Balboa, Ocean Club, Ocean Club. Panama areas, properties we love. Trump. There we go. Panama real estate. This one's for sale. I don't see this. I don't think this is in a golf course though. Yeah. No, this doesn't feel like it's in a golf course at all. Nice views of the thing though. 4,000 square feet. That's not bad. Oh, but it's also $1.3 million, so that's a no. Yeah, I mean, I hate that I typed it up and it still wasn't going in there. Real estate, Panama Realtor. Luxury apartment right here. Sale. Yeah, I think I don't know. I got to figure out exactly what that place is called and how to find apartments in there, because it might even have you know, if you go over here to the website, it might even have it there. I remember looking at an apartment in here. I just forgot. Country club, real estate, Art of Good Living, the Woods, the Village Center, the Grove. Everything is sold out except for the duplex houses and the lots. Business district. Oh yeah, so it is a whole section of the town. Okay, it is a whole section. So I might be able to find an apartment over there. It might not be too hard, or a house at least. Hopefully a house. It's drivable, but can't machete? No. If I ever go to a dangerous area, I'm just gonna pay for security. I'll make it easy on myself. Hey Kira, long position open at 69,800, liquidation at 66,700. Right now, probably a cool 60% chance, I would say. So your liquidation at 66,700. The moving average is around $66,000. Yeah, so it's not necessarily below that. So there is a chance that it can definitely there's definitely a chance it could break down below that. It sounds like the leverage might be a little bit too high. You can always try to adjust it, or what you could do is you can let the trade play out, or you can make a stop loss in the before that hits. I don't know if you have other money in your account that would be damaged by it, or if you just have one large trade for the entire portfolio, you know. But I would say just be careful, because so far Bitcoin has been very, very volatile. You know, having a stop loss around here at 67,700. Yeah, it's about $1,000 above. That might help you out a little bit here. But right now, I think you're okay as we try to, like, you know, Bitcoin's still trying to consolidate, still trying to go higher here. Your entry position at 69,800. You know, you might be able to break even here in the next, what, like 5-6 hours or so. That might be worth it. And you can try to see if we go up a little bit higher. Overall, we're just making lower highs right now. Eventually, if we're able to break above this high, then we can start going again, and that trade will work out pretty well. The big thing here is that everything is pointing towards Bitcoin coming back down in the short terms like this. It feels like later on throughout the day, we want to take another dump. We have had times where we've dumped one day, then gone straight up the next day. You're kind of hoping for that type of move to happen. It doesn't happen all too often, but in a bull market, it may actually have the move. So, you know, I would just be more mindful of what's going on. And if you wanted to have a stop loss, again, you could just place the stop loss at 67,700 or something like that. Is that right there? Yeah, and that's still about $1,000 away from your liquidation price. So it means you're not going to get, you know, the account as a whole isn't going to be blown up. And hey, Kilo, thank you very much for the super chat. I can hold on a second here. Let me see. Logie. I just woke him up. Just wake up, or you go for it. Yeah. He's been having a very, very busy day. Come here. Oh, he knows. I'm sorry. Come here. Oh, he's like half playing, but at the same time, he's like half stretching. Or maybe? No. Okay. You saw a little bit of him. I don't want you to see all my trash. I got a bottle and some bags of chips. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those bags of chips. I don't like those chips. There we go. That's in Bohm. Bohm hasn't really changed much since we've been talking about it. See, it's still consolidating, waiting for a larger move up. If you're going to play with this, you're just going to have to buy and wait for it to move up higher. Or you can probably try to buy it. Well, it's at a support level right now, so you could buy if you wanted to. It's just one of those tokens that's very, very high risk. So you're probably not going to be using leverage, and you're going to have to wait for those larger moves. Just like these people over here, they had to wait a good amount of time here. How long did they have to wait? Yeah, they waited like, what, 4 hours before it started to really rally up again. So far, it's been about, 3 hours and 30 minutes, so it might be around the same time or so, but just be careful. Looks like Bitcoin killed some of its momentum there, and it's just trying to get it back at this point. Yeah, thanks, Edward. Yeah, he's a really nice dog. He's mad that I woke him up, so he went back to his bed and he fell asleep there. Let's see, what about altcoins? Altcoins is still fine. I'm just loading up on them at this point in time, so we're looking okay. But okay, buddy, I'm gonna end this stream tonight. I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night, so I really do need to try to get sleep tonight so I can actually do something tomorrow. I don't want to spend tomorrow just sleeping and trying to rest up for like a Sunday type of event. So I'm gonna end the stream right here. Basically, what I want you guys to understand about today is all about staying above the 20-day moving average. We just don't want to break down below that. In reality, it's okay if we come down below it for a period of time, whether that be today or tomorrow. The big thing is we don't want to close down below the 20-day moving average. That's where things tend to get a little bit more jumpy, and that's where people start to panic a little bit more. If we were to have a larger drop today, let's just say down to $65,000, $66,000, if we were, I would be buying that dip, and I have limit orders on a lot of tokens here to buy up on those tokens, okay? So remember, the 4-hour chart right now looks like it's trying to do a dip and rip to go higher because of the bull market environment. You get to look at something like a breakout right there where you want to buy that breakout and kind of ride it up if you're looking for an entry point into Bitcoin right now. Other than that, if Bitcoin doesn't break out, it'll continue to come back down later throughout the day and tomorrow, and that's where we start to crash back down below the 20-day moving average, which is kind of right down here. So we'll have an opportunity. Right now, we're just doing some simple consolidations. We've seen a little bit of volume today, but I don't think it's been nearly as much as yesterday, so I think everybody's kind of patiently waiting for that next move. There are a few tokens out there like Solana and FTM that are making some good moves, but for me, I'm basically just saying, hey, I'm not going to be trading those while Bitcoin's kind of in this weird spot. I'll be looking for a breakout for myself to trade, and there's only so many breakouts, so make sure you guys are kind of going along to each token, looking for a breakout on the 1-hour chart or the 4-hour chart as far as a descending triangle, or maybe some type of pattern like a head and shoulders, or in this case, inverse head and shoulders, and things like that, okay? So, have a good night, everybody. I wanted to stream a little bit longer, but I can already feel myself, you know, teetering on the edge here, and I don't want to be slurring my words for much longer. Have a good night, everybody, and make sure that you guys are watching the charts because the next 24, 48 hours are going to be really